Chicago. The quarterback, Billy Dicken, looked like a gun for hire. And the Chicago Rush acted like members of Capone's gang, stealing the ball in the game from the Birds. Tonight, there's a score to settle. Arena football, next on Fox Sports Net.
From Conseco Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, it's the war on the floor. Arena football, the Indiana Firebirds and the Chicago Rush. I'm Mark Patrick along with former Indianapolis Colt Charles Arbuckle and Buck. These two teams are so familiar with each other. So many guys, close friends on these teams, but the last time they got together, May 12th, it was anything but a friendly family rivalry.
Well, Mark, family reunions made famous by the OJs, but I don't think these guys are going to look at it like that. They're going to really want to come out and play hard. You can see early in the year, Raymond's field yard throwing a pick to Damian Porter. Porter just kind of floats around and picks those balls off. Then Eddie Brown uncharacteristically turns the ball over also, makes a big play, and then gives it up. This is unusual for the Firebirds. They don't normally do this, but sometimes they will get themselves in trouble.
They had that game under control until the 2 interceptions from Raymond Field. Those were his first 2 of the season, and the Firebirds gave up a big 11-point lead in that one and lost to the Rush in Chicago. Now, tonight, the story will once again be Billy Dicken. Dicken got his first ever Arena Football League start in that game against the Firebirds. A last-minute starting assignment. He came up huge and has been huge since.
Boilermaker Pete would have been proud of Billy Dicken because he has thrown the ball tremendously well. 30 touchdowns in a short span of time. This guy really makes big plays, and you know why? He's a tough guy. Played cornerback in college because of rotator cuff surgery, but he still comes out every play. You're going to watch this big hit by Billy Dicken. I almost call it whiplash because he gets hit so hard against the dasher boards. It's unbelievable. This guy gets it off and completes the touchdown pass.
Joe Douglas has become his favorite receiver, the offensive specialist. We'll see tonight if the Birds can hold him down when we return. It's Arena Football. Mike Daly's Indiana Firebirds, Mike Hohensy's Chicago Rush, next on Fox Sports Net.
Great to have lived. Must be great to have lived. It must feel good to smile. Must be great to have lived. If I could have one sip, I'd even trade my wings for just a little while. Oh, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, you make the world taste better. Dr. Pepper makes the world. Oh, come on, man, that's gotta be worth a drop.
There's still time to win a cruise from the Greek Isles to Turkey during the March Isles to Isles sweepstakes. Over 130 more lucky shoppers will be on their way.
These Lucky March shoppers have already won.
And you could be joining them. You're automatically entered when you scan your Marsh Fresh Idea card to save on Tyson boneless, skinless chicken breasts, $2.99 a pound. Stouffer's Lean Cuisine, 2 for $3. Crab singles, 3 for $4.98. This week at Marsh.
Methodist Sports Medicine Center, in partnership with Clarion Health, has successfully treated active people and athletes for 18 years. That's why more teams choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center for their health care needs. Methodist Sports Medicine Center, dedicated to the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of active lifestyle injuries. In sports, work, or play, choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center, the official sports medicine and health care provider of your Indiana Firebirds.
Beyond the Glory takes you into the lives of sports' biggest stars. The Pettys were racing royalty, but their dynasty was tested by impossible expectations.
I'm not Richard Petty, okay? My name's Kyle Petty.
And heart-wrenching tragedy.
And he said there'd been an accident and that it wasn't good.
It's beyond anybody's control. It's fate.
The Petty family, Beyond the Glory. Tomorrow at 8 on Fox Sports Net.
The war between the boards tonight. The Indiana Firebirds at 6-2 and the 5-3 Chicago Rush. Mark Patrick back with Charles Arbuckle, and tonight it is a battle between two coaches who are more than familiar with each other. Mike Hohensee was the former coach of the Albany Firebirds. His assistant, Mike Daly. They became best friends best man at each other's wedding. Tonight, they'll be battling each other.
Well, you know, every game has its own personality. In that game, we turned the ball over some, and we came up on the short end, and tonight's a new night. We just have to come out here and focus and do the things that we're capable of doing, and not think of this thing as a revenge game, but just come out and play our game and do the right things and have opportunities to win, and hopefully that's what we can do.
Well, basically, what I try to tell them is not about Coach Daly and myself. It's about the teams, the organizations, the rivalry. It's a natural rivalry being so close. And, you know, we went and upset them last time and beat them. So, you know, we created something here, and now we're going to have to follow it up again.
Mark, those two guys really like each other, but you can tell the skin, underneath the skin, they're really boiling inside.
Now, touchdown Eddie Brown will be back in the zone at some point tonight for the Indiana Firebirds. He was in an unusual zone in the last game against Chicago. A rare turnover has EB looking for revenge.
It's going to be a war, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be a war. You know, they're coming to play. They beat us last time. We're at home. We're coming to play. So I think you should put the women and kids to bed early because it's going to be pretty nasty and dirty.
There's still time to win a cruise from the Greek Isles to Turkey during the Marsh Isles to Isles sweepstakes. Over 130 more lucky shoppers will be on their way.
These lucky Marsh shoppers have already won.
And you could be joining them. You're automatically entered when you scan your Marsh Fresh Idea card to save on Tyson boneless, skinless chicken breasts. $2.99 a pound. Stouffer's Lean Cuisine, 2 for $3. Crab Singles, 3 for $4.98. This week at Marsh.
Get fired up. Back the Birds. This Friday night at Conseco Fieldhouse. It's your Indiana Firebirds versus the Chicago Rush. Don't miss the hard-hitting action of arena football this Friday night. And that's not all. Witness the Birds wage war against the Milwaukee Mustangs on Saturday, June 30th. Great seats are still available. Bud Light Block Party and pregame shows before both events. Firebirds football this Friday night, plus Saturday, June 30th. Arena football, Indiana style. Be there if you're tough enough.
We know sweat on hardwood, blood on ice, flesh on diamonds, rings and dice. We know hearts beat stronger, hopes hope harder. For victory, our souls we barter. We know karmic waves of pride and glory, and when pain is the only story, we know the tears you're concealing. You know we know the feeling.
Sunday Night Fights on Fox Sports Net. Pound for pound, the best fighters in the world go toe-to-toe. Witness boxing fury from a ringside seat. Sunday Night Fights on Fox Sports Net.
Indiana Firebirds coverage on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper makes the world taste better. By Marsh Supermarkets. At Marsh, we value you. And by Methodist Sports Medicine, in partnership with Clarion Health, the official medical provider of the Firebirds.
Our guys are professional. We've already taken on the chin one time from these guys, so they're looking fast, and then they got a pretty short memory. You know, I think they'll be ready to play.
First down.
Methodist Sports Medicine Center, in partnership with Clarion Health, has successfully treated active people and athletes for 18 years. That's why more teams choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center for their health care needs. Methodist Sports Medicine Center, dedicated to the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of active lifestyle injuries. In sports, work, or play, choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center, the official sports medicine and health care provider of your Indiana Firebirds.
Family to me is about love and about respect. Well, my family's been huge. Who I am and where I am today is probably my uncle, shooting around with me in the front yard. Those guys care for you, love you. My mom and my dad are, my biggest role models. She did whatever she had to do to make sure that we had everything.
They create a foundation. They are your base.
Throughout life, you'll find out who your real family is.
I had a great mother who did a great job with her family and her kids, busting her butt to make sure there's food on the table.
Hey, was that a wheel route? No, I'm just going. From who? From what? Stationary. Yeah. All right.
That's WWF right there.
WWF right here, folks.
Outstanding.
And John Sikora, big guys don't normally get a chance to make the tackles. I can tell you, on special teams, they're always running down and they get upset, but that time, Sikora came up with the gravy. The penalty's offset, first down.
So we had an illegal block in the back and then a personal foul. Offsetting penalties bring on Purdue's Billy Dickett. Started ahead of a guy named Drew Brees in his senior year at Purdue. He was an all Big Ten selection and really was an ideal guy for Joe Tiller to open up his coaching career at Purdue with. There's a quick pitch on the first play game for Chicago, and it's not too much of a game for Jamie McGurty.
I tell you what, Cornelius Cole is one of the best tacklers in the hole. I mean, he doesn't mind mixing it up. Sometimes it will hurt him because what he'll do is not be there when he needs to be in the secondary, but comes up and make a big hit.
Damian Porter, Anthony Hutch, Jim Steele, and Pernell Hankton. The starters in the skill positions: Jai Hill, Billy Dickett, Jamie McGurty, who just carried for a 5-yard game, and Joe Douglas, who you expect Dickett to hit often here tonight. That's who gets this catch, and he's got a first down for Chicago, and he's met there by Lamar Grant for the tackle, but it will be 1st and 10 rush.
CNC Music Factory was famous in the 80s, but D&D is famous in the year 2001 in Chicago. These guys go together. 11 receptions Joe Douglas had in the first game. You got to figure that Billy Dickett likes going to them every single down.
CNC Music Factory.
Make you sweat. One-hit wonders, man.
Buck, you're going beyond my hipness quotient. First and 10. Dickens from the 24. Throws. A hit as he throws, but a nice catch by Damian Porter, and he's got it out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. First and goal, Chicago.
Chris Snyder is there, but we talked about it. Billy Dickens is a strong enough guy. He's waiting for Porter to clear. He doesn't have the fear of Chris Snyder coming around his backside. He stands in that pocket and gets the ball off. Damian Porter, who has had an outstanding breakout career. You're going to see Joe Douglas clear that out, clear that area out completely. And underneath, Damian Porter comes under. Chased by Jay Jones. The perfect play by Douglas of clearing it out. Damian Porter with the catch.
First and goal for the Rush. The fake pitch to Douglas. Dickens looks in the end zone now. Doesn't have anybody. Plenty of time. The tough guy puts his head down and gets inside the 1. Touchdown saving tackle by Kyle Moore-Brown.
One of the rare play-action passes that you'll see in the Arena Football League. You normally see them a lot quicker, but this team, Grand Rapids, has done it. They'll do the play-action. Billy Dickens comes around, fakes it to Joe Douglas, and then a mini bootleg. Doesn't have a receiver smart enough to put the ball in the pocket and run. Nobody in the middle of the field, which is unusual for the Arena League.
You can use that play action when you're down there close to the end zone and the look run just a little bit. In motion goes Keselowski. There's a ball that's loose. Will they give it to the Birds? They're calling it down, but a nice play at the 3-yard line. Greg Hopkins is there along with C.C. Cornelius Cove.
Cornelius Cove, we talked about it. He does not mind sticking his nose in there. Little guy, but loves to hit 5'11", 180 pounds. You know, you talk about Allen Iverson having a lot of heart. Watch him just shoot in there and just grab that foot. Strong enough, but yet quick enough to get there. And McGurdy gives the ball up. Unfortunately for the Rush, they call him down.
Well, here we go. 3rd down, 3. Ball on the 3. 3's a crazy. Keselowski in motion. Dickens is back. He's got plenty of room, but he's going to throw it to Keselowski. Touchdown, Chicago.
Awful tough to defend this route because what Keselowski does is he goes to the very back of the end zone. Then he has a nice little push off on Cornelius. Cornelius is trying to wall him out, trying not to let him get around. You're going to see Keselowski in motion. He's going to go here and then come across. Watch. He just gets over the top. When that happens, Cornelius Cole is not able to turn around, and he's complaining to the ref, hey, he pushed my hand down, but it's hard to defend that route that deep inside.
That's Pete Elisevich. He is going to attempt the extra point. Got it in the air, got it in the net, got it on the board. 7-7 Firebirds in Rush. We've got 8:41 remaining in the first period from Conseco Fieldhouse.
There's still time to win a cruise from the Greek Isles to Turkey during the March Isles to Isles sweepstakes. Over 130 more lucky shoppers will be on their way.
These Lucky Marsh shoppers have already won.
And you could be joining them. You're automatically entered when you scan your Marsh Fresh Idea card to save on Tyson boneless, skinless chicken breasts. $2.99 a pound. Stouffer's Lean Cuisine, 2 for $3. Kraft Singles, 3 for $4.98. This week at Marsh.
Not everything can be as good as the original.
I wish I lived in Wisconsin.
But Diet Dr. Pepper is. It tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Firebirds' next home game is Saturday, June 30th, the Milwaukee Mustangs. Invade Conseco Fieldhouse for a 7 o'clock game. Tickets for the game are available at all Ticketmaster locations. You can charge by phone at 317-239-5151. Chicago to kick off after tying the score at 7. Super Van Johnson into the game for the first time for Indiana. And Elisevich's kick into the net. Bounces off the turf. Super Van picks it up, has a seam, finds it to the 15, a nice return, and the Birds will start there after the 19-yard return.
Van was due for a big play. We've been talking about it. He's been a spark plug, had a little injury on his shoulder or elbow, and has struggled with that. But he's about due for a big game in the return area.
Of course, defensively, the Birds tonight without one of their top defenders.
Cedric Walker is out tonight. We want to get him in the mix. Lamar Grant is there. Cedric Walker on IR for 2 weeks.
So Raymond Filion comes out. Eddie Brown in loop motion to the left side. Filion back. He's got Hop. Greg Hopkins finds the middle of the field. Nice turn, and he gets down to the 20-yard line of Chicago. First down, Firebirds.
When you know family members, you know where to attack. And I'll tell you, this defense, Jamie McGurty is one. Stingley, all these guys lost it. Hopkins, you take what they give you. So he gets Raymond Filion's quick pass, and he comes under. Last time we saw this team play, a lot of rush tacklers will come up and miss. So Hopkins knows if I go to the middle of the field and I attack it, I will make extra yards.
Birds have turned more into a ball control team than a quick strike team that they were early in the season. First down 10 now from the 20. That's Van Johnson in loop motion to the right side. Filion, Eddie Brown on the quick screen. He gets a couple of yards and not much more. Down to the 18, second down and 8.
And to back up your point on that is, with this team, they run about 90 to 95% zone, the rush that is. They don't want to get beat deep. But what they will do, they will give you a lot of underneath passes, but you have to take them. And you have to respect the fact that they have the guy that's #1 in the league, Damian Porter, with 8 picks coming into tonight's game.
Porter, the leader right now for the Defensive Player of the Year of the Arena Football League. So Cornelius Coe has been among the league leaders from the Firebirds in tackles. Filion. Oh, my. Dangerous throw as Kelvin Hunter, had he decided to catch the football, had an easy pick.
And Eddie is upset because he beats the guy off the line of scrimmage. He gets to one, gives him a two-way move, and then all Raymond has to do is put it up, put some air on it. He throws it on the rope, and you can see Eddie Brown is wide open, had a 5-yard cushion, and Raymond is upset with himself as well.
Yeah, you know, generally, Buck, you don't want to put a lot of air under it in the Arena Football League because of the shortened field, but there's one instance where you did need some.
You find your matchups, you got to take advantage of it.
Third down, 8. Big situation here for the Birds early in this one. Raymond. Eddie incomplete. Second straight incompletion for Filion. Sets up a 4th down and the first football to the fans, everybody.
I tell you, Raymond Filion is a rhythm-type quarterback. Sometimes you will see him get into a point in games. We saw it in Arizona. We saw it against Chicago, where he will get a little off-kilter. That's still the youth of Raymond Filion. He's getting better and better every week, and you got to expect his rhythm in finding the open receivers will get better as the year goes on, and even in his later in his career.
All right, 34-yard field goal now. The attempt coming up from Nelson Garner. He's got it up, and it is good. Nice kick from Nelly. He'll do another one for the kickoff. The Firebirds have a 10 on the board. Chicago's posted 7.
Get fired up. Back the Birds. This Friday night at Conseco Fieldhouse. It's your Indiana Firebirds versus the Chicago Rush. Don't miss the hard-hitting action of arena football this Friday night. And that's not all. Witness the Birds wage war against the Milwaukee Mustangs on Saturday, June 30th. Great seats are still available. Bud Light block party and pregame shows before both events. Firebirds football this Friday night, plus Saturday, June 30th. Arena football, Indiana style. Be there if you're tough enough.
Tonight at 11:30, it's Romy. Incredible. The last word. Romy tells it like it is on the Nightline of sports talk shows. Epic. The last word with Jim Rome tonight, 11:30 here on Fox Sports Net.
You making fun of Romy?
I would never do that. I love Romy. I'm just, you know, talking the language of the show, Buck. Nelson Garner with a kick. The Firebirds with a 3-point lead. Will Chicago answer? This is Joe Douglas off the net to the 5. Finds some traffic at the 10, breaks free. Got it to the 23-yard line. That's where Billy Dicken and the Rush will take over. 1st and 10 after the 28-yard return.
Good job of blocking right there by the Rush. Nelson Garner has to come up. What they do is they try to wall it, and they want to put this wall where Douglas can come over here. And you can see execution perfect. Hops getting held, and right there, Chris Snyder, when he goes outside, that's the only guy there are Garner and Van Johnson.
Somebody had a lot of Hops jersey there. So much so that Hop goes over and gets his first rest of the game. So Carl Sacco, number 3, is now on for the Firebirds. Wide receiver linebacker out of C.W. Post. Dickens, play action again. Twice they've gone to it. He goes deep, and that ball is incomplete as it was intended for Cornelius Bonner, and we got more laundry on the field. It was a virtual flag fest last week in Toronto, Buck, and let's hope it doesn't turn into the same here tonight.
That crew, the first time they had worked a game together, so that wasn't what you wanted.
Calling pass interference against the Birds.
Illegal contact, downfield on the defense, number 5. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So Jay Jones had his hands where they weren't supposed to be, Buck.
And actually, I think it was Van Johnson. The official made the wrong call. Van is in the game for Jay. You know, that's going to happen. I think when you have guys that can run down the field, you have to do whatever you can. And you can't look at somebody and say, hey, why isn't the defense playing well? Because you are the defense and the offense and the special team.
1st and 10 from the 22. Dickens. Big rush, gets out of it. That's his strength. He finds Douglas at the 11. I'll tell you what, his escapability, Buck, is just tremendous.
He's a strong enough guy. You look at him, and he doesn't look like he has the ability or the athleticism to move. But he was a great baseball player. I mean, you know, was able to play defensive back. And right here, he's going to feel that pressure up the middle, and then he just steps by it and is able to get off the pass. You can see the lineman coming, and Umar Muhammad just collapses Jamie McGurty. But look at that. Billy Dickens gets up and is able to get it off. The Purdue offense has really helped this guy to deliver quickly.
He was a draft choice of the San Francisco Giants in 1993, and the way he's pitching it tonight, you can see why. Looks like the Birds are going to be offside there, and Chicago picks up a first down anyway, and the long, cool woman in a blue dress almost ate a helmet over there.
You know, we like to call a guy jumping off sides on defense firing blanks because that's all he can do. Once he jumps off there, he's shooting blanks. You got to hold your position. Chris Snyder wants to get off. He's leading the Firebirds in sacks.
First down. Little action against the boards there. Those things look soft, Buck, but you feel it when you hit them.
Well, before the game, I like to run over there and run into them, and they are tough. You hit that wall, it doesn't give much.
That explains why you say some of the things you say during the course of the game. That callback to the one-hit wonder, the CC, is that what it was?
CNC Music Factory.
CNC Music Factory. First and goal, Chicago. Dickens pitches to Douglas. He finds the left side and gets it down to about the 2. Nice running play by Chicago, and they come out of here. They look a lot more confident than when we saw them on May 12th up in Chicago.
Stingley talked about going 10-4 before the season. Chris Stingley and Derek Stingley, excuse me. But what these guys have really put up a lot of stuff and said they feel like they're the team to beat. You know, they're 4-1 since Dickens was starting. They feel confident in any arena they play in.
Second down, we'll call it the 3. Douglas in motion, same play to the right side. He's going to walk it in. Oh, man. And Lamar Grant said if you're going to strut, you're going to pay. But the Rush take a quick 3-point lead here.
That play is developed because they run so many plays up the middle. System is the fullback, so you see the motion there, and then the Firebirds get sucked in. Van Johnson has to keep outside contained, but he's looking for that inside running play. System gets outside, and they're able to seal off the outside Douglas walk in the park.
So Pete Elisevich is on. The extra point is on as well. The Rush have put 2 big ones on the board and lead it 14-10 with 2:25. Billy Dickens likes what he sees.
Gear up for the fastest 30 minutes on TV. Get the inside track from the world of auto racing on Motorsports Weekly. Today at 11:30 on Fox Sports Net. Tomorrow is a special edition of NASCAR Victory Lane. Our cameras take you behind the scenes for an exclusive look at Dale Jarrett's charge towards another Winston Cup. NASCAR Victory Lane special tomorrow on Fox Sports Net.
There's the sight from Conseco Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Chicago leading the Birds 14-10 early. A good time for the fans here tonight, Buck.
They are hanging out, having a good time, and this guy here, he's already riled up. Looks like a nice crowd. Like you said, the World and Police Fire games are in town, and it's just a good night to come out. Not a whole lot of activities going on around the city, so everybody's trying to make it to the Firebirds game.
There's Pete Elisevich, who's one of the many former Firebirds, as he will kick the ball deep. Van Johnson is back again, and I say kick the ball deep. Of course, we've seen the Firebirds on more than one occasion make nice use of onside kicks. Elisevich with the approach, and he does go deep. This one will not reach the board. Nice play by Van to keep in play, and he's up the middle. He's got some room. He's got a break. Van is the man. Touch them all. 1-5 touchdown. 57 yards on a big-time play by Van Johnson.
Well, the greatest part of this play was the initial catch. Van Johnson goes up with one hand. Former basketball player was going to walk on at Temple. John Chaney wanted him on the basketball team. But look at this. Van Johnson was due for a big kick. When you kick it that short in the Arena League, you don't have time to get down. Pete Elisevich was not going to get there to catch him. Van Johnson smooth as a steak and shake milkshake.
Wow. And as flavorful as a triple steak burger with cheese. Nelson Garner puts it on the board, and just that quickly, the Firebirds have a 17-14 lead with 1:35 left. Buck, this play all starts with a great grab, keeping it off the board.
Look at that. I mean, one hand off the rim. That's basically what he does. He grabs it, and look, when he goes, Van does not hesitate. He says, when I see that opening, Charles, I'm going to hit it. And if the guy is not there to catch me, I'm going to go for 6.
Yeah, Elisevich had no chance. He was the only guy back. And when it's Van Johnson against Pete Elisevich, that's an M&M'er, baby.
BJPD.com. I mean, he was moving, and Neto talked about it. The special teams coach who's talking to Van right now. He said, we need a big play out of Van Johnson. He's been banged up a little bit. Ernesto Pernsley, he said, I got to have one. And, they were talking about it tonight because Van had a banged-up elbow, and you can see it right there.
I'll tell you what, Ernesto might be the smartest assistant on the Birds because Van Johnson scores a touchdown. He follows him out on the field knowing full well he's going to be on camera. Neto is the man. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens now. Nelson Garner to kick off. This one has been everything we thought it would be so far. Nelly's got this one almost in the same place, and this is Joe Douglas bringing it back, and he meets a wall and a fumble. Firebirds on top of the skin.
Ricky Hall with the big play, the big kid out of Marshall University, played with Randy Moss, Chad Pennington, and Doug Chapman, all those guys in the NFL. This guy's doing it in the AFL. Good job. Big men don't normally make plays. Secora earlier, and now Ricky Hall. Watch Ricky Hall take over. This is from a tackling drill they did early in the year, and this coming to fruition. You can see all those Firebirds around the ball. He strips the ball out of Douglas. Watch right here, Mark. When he comes up, he makes the play. He just pulls the ball out. That's what you're taught to do when you play football. Firebirds 6-0 when they get turnovers.
And you're also taught when you carry the football to put it in the arm that's away from the defender. Joe Douglas didn't do it there. Ricky Hall with a great play. Greg Hopkins in yo-yo motion. Phil Yaw is back. He looks at Hop. Oh, he's hit, and his knee is bent back, and oh my, let's hope that Raymond is okay. He did a great job getting rid of the football. Are they going to call him a sack? Yes, they are. An unusual sack for the Firebirds. Wow, that just looks terrible.
And we have seen Raymond earlier in the year. Right here, you can see right here, he's going to get that position. Look at the guy go right on his knee. Luckily for Raymond, he's moving away from it, and he's able to still stay up. The Firebirds may have to call a timeout here.
Well, they have taken a timeout to let Raymond kind of gather his thoughts and perhaps let those ligaments tighten up just a little bit because they were bent in ways they weren't intended to there. 3 of 5 for Raymond so far. 60 big yards, and we see John Rayburn, backup quarterback out of UTEP, start taking some snaps over there for the Firebirds. I was watching John throw the ball in warm-ups. He looked tremendous. But, you know, Buck, I look good in warm-ups.
Yeah, the thing is when you get out there in the heat, and the other thing that comes into play is if you have to take a substitution, with the quarterback, it gets quirky. So you want to keep Raymond in the mix. You don't want him to go out. He's a tough guy. He's a competitor, and you hope that he can come back from that little freak hit.
You know, we talked about what a big game this is for both teams, because when you look at the standings, not only do the Firebirds hook it up with the Rush here tonight, but you go directly in front of the Birds, and you've got the Grand Rapids Rampage, who came in here in this building in Conseco in the first game of the year, put an overtime W on the board against the Firebirds, and Indiana's been chasing them since.
They have to really keep moving, and they have this game right here and this game next week. That's crucial. They got to worry about tonight.
Buck, I didn't think you could use the telestrator in standings, but you've even done it there. You are the king of the telestrator. Not Chet the Czar, but moving up the board. Fieldhouse back. He throws. He's got Eddie Brown with what looked like a little illegal contact from Derek Stingley. And the crowd certainly thought so. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 officials that think not. Look at Raymond. He takes another hit.
He's going to take a shot here. They're really going after Raymond. And right there, I mean, the replay is going on in the house of Eddie Brown getting grabbed. I mean, basically mugged. It was like a guy in Central Park getting held hostage and accosted.
Tough situation. 3rd and 18 for the Firebirds now from the 24-yard line, and that's the end of the first quarter. Buzzer sounds before we can move into the second. So, a big possession for the Birds. They lead it so far 17-14 in what has been a rockin' sock'em first quarter.
Oh, Lucy, Ruby, Maggie, Phoebe, Jane, all the little ladies driving me insane. Got me on a leash, Mary Lou in a lane, holding me around like a ball and chain. Dr. Pepper, you make the world taste better. Dr. Pepper, you make the world taste better. You give me fever.
Hey there, I'm Nell Fortner. As coach of the U.S. Women's National Team, I've been called coach by WNBA greats such as Cynthia Cooper, Lisa Leslie, Yolanda Griffith, and Dawn Staley. Now, I'll be bringing all that knowledge and ability to Indiana as the coach of your WNBA team, the Indiana Fever. Don't miss out on the action this season. Get your full and half-season tickets now.
You give me fever.
Everything looks in order. So, Doc, what's it going to be? Ugly.
The Last Word with Jim Rome. The only sports commentary that's truly brutally honest. Weeknights at 11:30 on Fox Sports Net. Thursday Night Baseball on Fox Family. We're bringing the game home every Thursday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific.
Mark Patrick and Charles Arbuckle back. Indiana leading Chicago 17-14. Impressive first quarter for the Birds, Buck.
The Birds have done what they needed to do. That one turnover has been crucial. That's what they need to keep. They need to keep those going, first downs, and everything in motion.
Crucial 3rd down here. 3rd and 18 for Raymond Fieldhouse and the boys in orange. He throws into the end zone. Eddie Brown. Oh, my goodness. What a sensational touchdown, Eddie Brown.
Eddie Brown is like, whoa. I mean, you know, it's nothing else you can say. And then Valvo even has to come over and give him a 1-2 punch. He doesn't even need a dance for that. You make the catch, you don't have to get up and dance. The people are going to do it for you. Eddie Brown, unbelievably talented, but great hands. Right here, he just goes up, beats the defender, and just out-hustles him. Eddie Brown is going to run up here, and when he gets to that corner, Raymond Fieldhouse puts the ball where he needs to put it. And look at those hands. You don't need to draw on that.
Kelvin Hunter with no chance there, even though he was right on top of the play. Nelson Garner with a kick. He's got it up and good. 24-yard touchdown. He was not at all open on that play. And And when I talked to Raymond Filiot before the season started, Buck, he said the difference in arena football is you look at your receiver, he's not open, you got to throw it anyway.
And this is the play they work on all the time in the warm-up. I mean, they make this throw a lot. It's like second nature to them. If Raymond doesn't complete it, it's something that they'll talk about because they throw this about 10 or 15 times every single time in warm-ups.
There he is. Look at the hands. The 1-7 flicks out here. This is the one, if you ever want to play wide receiver, you just kind of dream about making.
I mean, you go up, he out-hustles Kelvin Hunter. Hunter's in position to make the play. He had a play earlier. He said, Hunter, you didn't make it then. If you don't make it now, I'm going to beat you.
3 catches, 69 yards, and a touch for the legendary Eddie Brown.
Coming into the night's game, Mark needs 104 yards to reach 10,000, and these 3 touchdowns coming in to the night for 250 TDs.
Kyle Moore-Brown got that ball for playing in his 100th consecutive game today. By the time Eddie hangs it up, they're going to be bringing out like a UPS truck full of football. Gardner with a nice kick, and it goes off the hands of Douglas. That's a really effective kickoff.
Garner has been doing an outstanding job, whether it's hitting the wire rimming of the net or putting it where the receiver can't get to it.
That's the 3rd fan ball we've got tonight, and she's wondering how to fix that.
See, Douglas wants to catch this, Mark, because he figures if I catch it, I can do like Van Johnson, get going. But the lady in the stands comes up with a nice grab of her own.
Ronnie Hopkins was down there with the camera, and he almost ate it. And it's one of the rare times anything edible has passed Ronnie by. 1st and 10. Dickens throws. He's got Douglas, who bobbles, but they're going to call it a completion. And a 1st down for Chicago at the 21.
They come over with the over route. Cornelius Cole is at the top. Douglas has been able to give him a little bit of wiggle to hesitate him. And when that happens, it gives Dickens just enough room. Now, Billy Dickens threw that behind him, but Douglas is still able to make the catch.
You see the 34 on the back of Douglas's helmet there. That is in honor of Walter Payton, who helped bring arena football to Chicago just before his death. His family is still very involved in the Chicago Rush operation. So it is a 1st and 10 now at the 21. Dickens had Douglas in motion. He looks his way, now swings it outside, and instead we've got another fumble, and it's loose. Oh my! Koselski got back on the football, and it's a 1st down Chicago. That's a big LO, lost opportunity.
Yeah, and when you have that opportunity, you got to crawl up like a baby. A baby will just move around when they're on that floor. Watch this. They make the play. Jay Jones comes over from behind. He's able to stop. Cornelius Cole actually gets it out. Now watch 3 guys go after it. It's like a seed. You got to get on it and cover it and pull it away. Good job by CC. And then Greg Hopkins, who tries to do that, but he and Leroy fight for the ball, and it comes back out.
They're crying like babies now that they didn't grab that, Buck. 1st and 10. Actually 1st and goal at the 8. Billy Dickens. Koselski in motion. He's back. Nice rush by Leroy Thompson. The throw to the zone. This one is picked off. Picked off indeed. Hang on to that one, Jay Jones. It's a touchback for the Birds.
Mike Wilpott, the defensive coordinator, said, we're going to play much better today. We have to. And this is why they're being more aggressive at the line of scrimmage. They're not letting the Chicago Rush have free reign. Lamar Grant right here comes underneath. And he makes the play, but Jay Jones always in position. Nice play by Jay Jones for the interception.
And give a lot of credit to Leroy Thompson, who had pressure on Dickens that time. Early pressure on Billy Dickens. As the Firebirds have put that one on the turnover board. 2-0. Chicago has the unfortunate advantage for them in that regard. And we talked about it before the game, Buck. 2 offensive machines the way these guys are. Turnovers are going to be the difference. So far, the Birds have taken advantage. Can they do it here? 1st and 10 from the 5. Filiot from his own zone. Looks for Eddie. He's being bumped all the way downfield, but let's give Stingley some credit for good coverage there, as Garrick was step for step with the legendary Eddie Brown.
And Stingley is going to run. He will run all the way over to White River Park if he has to, because he doesn't want to get beat deep. But what they're going to do is they're going to move away from number 1, Damian Porter. That was a post away from Damian Porter. You're going to see a lot of that, either a post or a corner, and Mike Daly is upset.
Stingley is, in fact, the son of former Purdue great Darryl Stingley. Never played football until he stepped into the Arena League. Played 3 years of minor league baseball, Phillies organization with Scott Rowland, Jasper named. It's 2nd and 10. Phil Yaw again looks. This time he's got Jay Jones. And does Jay make the catch? Yes, and you're going to believe it. First and goal, Birds.
Mark, they're taking it personal. They went into Chicago, and they thought they were going to get a little hospitality, but they got kicked out of the All-State Arena. They're saying, you come to Conseco, you better come to play, baby, because we're going to give you all we got. Jay Jones, another big play against the Dasher Boys. Embassy Suites is where you sleep. Jay Jones make big plays on Embassy Suites.
Well, the Goodhines people were up in All-State Arena, but they're really coming out here tonight at Conseco because they have decided to step up. First and goal at the 3. Leroy Thompson shoved out of bounds. The Birds try and go the same route to the short side.
I agree with you, Mark. It feels like the Firebirds have really stepped it up to a playoff caliber level. I think the Russians are a great expansion team, but they have not seen anybody except for Grand Rapids. A little bit earlier, a few weeks ago, the Firebirds are playing at a playoff level tonight.
That's the longest catch of the season for Jay Jones. 42 yards to set this up for Raymond. He looks to the zone. He's got Eddie Brown. Is he in? Yeah, but I believe it. Touchdown, Eddie Brown.
Eddie wants to get that record tonight. This is a great route. I mean, because you can't stop it, even in outdoor games. Guys that can go in and spin out and get away from the defense will always get fixed if they have the hands to do it. This guy shows tonight that he has those hands.
Well, he looks more like after this catch, Buck. Look at this. He turns into Eddie Rabbit. Watch the ha. Nelson Garner on. He's getting a workout tonight. There's the kick. There's the good. 31-14. All of a sudden, the Firebirds are starting to take command.
Methodist Sports Medicine Center, in partnership with Clarion Health, has successfully treated active people and athletes for 18 years. That's why more teams choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center for their health care needs. Methodist Sports Medicine Center, dedicated to the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of active lifestyle injuries. In sports, work, or play, choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center, the official sports medicine and health care provider of your Indiana Firebirds.
Get fired up. Back the Birds. This Friday night at Conseco Fieldhouse. It's your Indiana Firebirds versus the Chicago Rush. Don't miss the hard-hitting action of arena football this Friday night. And that's not all. Witness the Birds wage war against the Milwaukee Mustangs on Saturday, June 30th. Great seats are still available. Bud Light block party and pregame shows before both events. Firebirds football this Friday night, plus Saturday, June 30th. Arena football, Indiana style. Be there if you're tough enough.
Back at Conseco Fieldhouse with the Firebirds leading 31-14. I'm Rob Blackman alongside the #1 draft pick of the Indiana Fever this past spring, Tamika Catchings. Tamika, not in uniform yet this season, rehabbing that knee injury. Can you tell us how that's coming along and when Fever fans can expect to see you on the court this season?
Well, my rehab is coming along really well. I know I came up there hoping to play in the middle of June, but obviously we're there. So Nell and I are talking about maybe mid-July or even after that.
We'll look forward to seeing you out here on the hardwood instead of the football field. Thanks, Tamika.
I can't wait.
Let's go back up to Mark Patrick. Mark? Rob Blackman filling in for the ailing Ray DeLesio, who lost his voice earlier tonight. We believe it is somewhere out on Delaware Street, Buck. I don't know if you saw the game last week in Toronto, but we found a very capable replacement for Ray DeLesio. She was a great sideline reporter. We found her in Toronto, and we believe that Ray could be feeling the pressure so much that he's putting himself on IR here tonight.
So he's taking a 2-week hiatus. You know, in the AFL, you got to take 2 weeks off when you're on IR.
That's right.
The second week for Ray.
All right, after a short kickoff return, it is now 1st and 10 for Billy Dick, and he needs to get his team back on the board. Douglas in motion on the right side. Dickin looks his way and throws. Short toss gets him about 7, and it'll be 2nd and 3 for Chicago.
Every single play, Umar Muhammad is coming up the middle to really cause some havoc. Billy Dickens doesn't have that comfort level that he had the last time the Firebirds played. And you can see Umar Muhammad, he comes, he brings it.
Tell you what, Buck, it's an offensive rhythm here in the Arena Football League, and when you get those turnovers thrown in there like that, it just gets somebody like Dickin out of rhythm. It may take him a possession or two to get it back because he sure had it early. Second down, 4. Ball on the 17. No flag. Dickin throws this. Well, now they throw the flag. And Bonner makes the catch. And Cornelius gets it down for first down yardage, close to the 25. Let's see what the call is. Looks like it'll go against the Birds. They're going to say that somebody was out of the box.
As soon as you said that, I said, well, maybe he's calling an illegal defense because I thought they got rid of the offside.
Defense, number 35, an illegal twist. The penalties refused. First down.
I knew Umar Muhammad was a great dancer, but he's doing the chubby checker illegal twist.
Umar and the center cannot, or any lineman cannot do movements like an X game where they cross responsibilities. If that happens, it's a penalty.
Was that where they were doing the illegal twist? Dirty dancing? First and 10, Chicago. Ball's at the 25. Dickin is back. He looks the way of Douglas. He throws, and it's incomplete. There's a lot of holes going on, and I think they finally found one.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Because this is WWF, boy. Conseco is going on the line to get to Billy Dickin. They changed up responsibility. Umar Muhammad became the H, and Sacco became the Mac Rusher. And he goes in, and he in the middle of your screen, you're going to see Sacco come here and just get hog-tied right there. Look at Pernell Hankton.
Offense number 82, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
I tell you what, Hankton was just being very thoughtful at giving Carl Sacco a nice tie for Father's Day.
And let me tell you, it was Anthony Hutch. Both of those guys are similar in stature. Pernell Hankton, 6'5", 282 out of LSU. Anthony Hutch, 6'3", 290 out of Murray State.
I'll tell you what, Hankton just looks like a freak. He's huge. 6'5", but he looks like he's 6'13". First down and 20 now for Chicago. Douglas in motion again. Dickin pumps his way, then throws across the middle. Wide open, all kinds of running room. And Jai Hill gets down, and they'll set up a second down and 5.
Jai Hill doing a little hip hop. Gets in the middle of the field, hooks up, nobody there. Carl Sacco tries to come over and bat the ball down. You're going to see Sacco on your screen. He's going to go over here and just try to knock the ball down. He gets in the passing lane, but he goes a little too far outside. Jai Hill in the middle of that triangle right there. Big guy coming down the field. Number 74, Mike Gantos trying to get in the mix.
Dickin spreading the ball around a little bit more in this game than he did against the Firebirds earlier in the season when he just kind of looked Douglas's way on almost every play. This time he's back and throws again into the end zone. They're going to call interference on Cornelius Coe for giving Bonner a boom.
Well, and it's interesting to see because it looked like that was an uncatchable ball, but maybe the ball was in the air and they felt like Bonner had a chance to get over and make the play. You don't quite see it there a little bit before. You can see Bonner telling him, throw the flag, and then CC getting a little love from the fans. It's all right, baby. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Right.
Automatic first down.
He's got to be more careful, though. He may get a little bit more than love from those particular fans down there, Buck. They're shaky at best.
That's the thing about the Arena League. You can go over and talk to the fans. Aaron Bailey had a great comment in the a note said, hey, you can reach around right behind you and kids will pat you and give you a high five.
First down, goal to go. The 10-yard line for Billy Dickin and the Chicago Rush. In motion goes Cornelius Bonner. He gets the toss, and he's tossed backwards. Great play by 54, Chris Snyder.
That play will work against a team that doesn't have good pressure and good movement. The Firebirds do an excellent job of team speed. They come over and they try to get a trick play, but look here, all these Firebirds are going to come into your picture, and Bonner doesn't have a chance. Great play by Chris Snyder getting a tackle for a loss, but when you do that, that play takes too long to develop. Chris Snyder restores cars with his dad in the offseason, makes tackles during the regular season.
He looks just like a linebacker from Penn State should look, doesn't he?
He does.
A big fella. Here we go. Second down, goal to go now at the 14. Douglas in motion. Dickin looks left, throws left, finds nothing but green.
Mark, I'll tell you what else is happening with Billy Dickens. The first game, the Firebirds had no film on him. They didn't know what to expect out of this guy. Cornelius knew a little bit, that is, because he played against him in the AF2. Billy Dickens now is getting a taste of what it's like when you get game planned against.
That's the first ball Dickens thrown that somebody hasn't caught. First incompletion of the night. He does have one interception, now 9 for 11. 5 minutes remaining in the second. Firebirds leading the rush 31-14. Third down, goal at the 14 for the former Boilers. Douglas, yo-yo motion. Dickens throws right at his pick by Carl Sacco. He's going to touch him all. Touchdown. There's a flag. There is a flag down. What does it all mean?
Sacco does an excellent job. He and Hopkins do as good a job as anybody I've seen in the Arena League of reading the eyes. But they're going to call this play back.
Some sort of illegal defensive move against the Birds will nullify the 35-yard touchdown return on the interception by Sacco. That would have really put this one out of range.
Number 3, the linebacker was out of the box. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Now this is the box. Carl Sacco has to stay within that box. If he gets outside of the tackles and the ends, that's what they'll call it. So you see Carl Sacco sliding over. But the end keeps going out, so he just jumps up. They're both at the numbers. That's not a good call. Chris Snyder keeps going wide. He can go as wide as Rusher. If Snyder gets pushed out, Sacco is right there on the numbers where Chris Snyder is. And that's what Mike Wilpott and Mike Daly over there saying to the officials now.
We talked to Mike Daly after the game last week, and he thought the game was never going to end because of some of the officiating. And we're seeing some suspect calls here again tonight. Douglas on the pitch on a first down and 10. And he is out of bounds at about the 1. Getting a little help from the fan again.
The fans are trying to come in. He's trying to make a call for you. And then one fan actually pushes Douglas when Douglas holds his hands up. It's coming right into your living room. Look at Greg Williams. He has to take on the block and keep the force. Cornelius Coe comes over aggressively. Not a touchdown. The ball should be spotted about the 2.
That's an interesting call with 10 yards to go. They really are getting confidence in that running play with Douglas.
And Fernell Hankton is such a big guy. He's able to get that in, and Sissons just comes behind him.
They'll run the play into the middle now, and how about the Birds tying that one up? Absolutely no running room there for Ed Sissons.
You know, I think what also Mike Hohensee is doing, the coach for the Chicago Rush, is that he's trying to keep this running game effectively. Look at this line. You got to get leverage. Leverage play. Who's the lowest? Who's the lowest? You see those guys getting pushed back. You're not going to score a touchdown if you're the offense and your pad level is higher than the defensive pad level.
System on the scissors for Mike Hohensee. We talked before the game about he and Mike Daly being best friends. Very similar systems. Daly, the former assistant to Hohensee. Great play initially by Sacco, and that sets up the rest of the Birds as Gantos and Co are there to shut down.
Sacco is a little bit upset still because he didn't get that 6 points and the interception in the stat record. He comes in and just knifes in there, and Sacco just outruns the defense. And then Ricky Hall and all of the rest, Cornelius Coe, everybody, they use the dasher board as their friend. Sacco, give him love. Guy out of New York, making plays.
He's doing 3. Now, here we go. 4th down from the 3. Biggest play of the night for Chicago. Dickens rolls right, got some room. What's he going to do? He's going to throw it away. The Birds take over. Billy, don't be a hero.
2 of your best defensive backs are in the game. Lamar Grant and Greg Williams, athletically speaking. Also with Cornelius Coe, the coverage was outstanding. Billy Dickens, you got to burn the ball. You got to try to make a play, but don't make a foolish one. That close in, you may have to just take it down and try to run. Billy Dickens has the option. He can come around on this play, and he has a choice of going in or throwing the ball. He has the option. Look at the field there. There's no one there, but he sees it coming up. No one open. You got to take a chance on that one and try to run it in.
They burned 7 minutes and 12 seconds off the clock and did not put a point on the board. That's huge for the home team. And the Firebirds now have a chance to really start putting a lot of room between themselves and the rush. 1st and 10 from the 3. Eddie Brown in motion. Goes deep. Raymond Filion airs it out. Oh, a rare through the hands catch for 1-7.
You don't see this very often. Eddie Brown wants to break that record, and I thought it may come in this drive the way they were gearing up. And you can see they're going to go to Eddie whenever Damian Porter is away and they feel he's one-on-one with Kelvin Hunter. They don't get a lot of this because the way they try to play a lot of zone. Eddie Brown right through his hands. Normally a sure-handed guy knows he should have had that.
I think Porter may have got his hand in there at the last second, made a good play. Had some decent coverage there, and a really nice throw from Filion, who's now 6 of 11 for 129 yards. There's Eddie's 4 catches. He's looking at the replay up on the board and trying to figure out how he didn't pull that one in. We're at the 1-minute warning. Indiana 31, Chicago 14, the Firebirds.
Not everything can be as good as the original.
I smell a phony.
The Diet Dr. Pepper is. It tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Firebirds are playing so well they were impatient and decided to come back before we did.
They told
1st down and 10.
Get off the field, Red Hat. We want to make this play happen.
1-minute warning, which means the clock stops for 1st down. The clock stops for timeouts, obviously. And the clock stops when the chain breaks. And that's what's happened over on the sideline right now.
We didn't get a chance to talk about it, but in the interception return that Carl Sacco had, Mike Wilcott jumped over the dasher board. He didn't want to get hit because he was in the line of fire of Carl Sacco.
So the Birds pick up a 1st down, and the ball's just outside their 15 now as Raymond Filion takes a timeout. This time we'll break, and we will refuse to let the Firebirds come back before you do. Indiana leads at 31-14.
There's still time to win a cruise from the Greek Isles to Turkey during the March Isles to Isles sweepstakes. Over 130 more lucky shoppers will be on their way.
These Lucky Marsh shoppers have already won.
And you could be joining them. You're automatically entered when you scan your Marsh Fresh Idea card to save on Tyson boneless, skinless chicken breasts. $2.99 a pound. Stouffer's Lean Cuisine, 2 for $3. Kraft Singles, 3 for $4.98. This week at Marsh.
Methodist Sports Medicine Center, in partnership with Clarion Health, has successfully treated active people and athletes for 18 years. That's why more teams choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center for their health care needs. Methodist Sports Medicine Center, dedicated to the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of active lifestyle injuries. In sports, work, or play, choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center, the official sports medicine and health care provider of your Indiana Firebirds.
Every Sunday before the green flag drops, it's NASCAR This Morning, the best pre-race tailgate party this side of Talladega.
Oh, goodness!
NASCAR This Morning, tomorrow at 9 on Fox Sports Net. The Petty family has seen incredible triumphs and heart-wrenching tragedies.
It's beyond anybody's control. It's fate.
The Petties Beyond the Glory, tomorrow at 8 on Fox Sports Net.
Firebirds have been on fire. And how appropriate, Buck, with the World Police and Fire Games in Indianapolis, that all the firemen in attendance here tonight are getting to see a little piece of their work.
But they don't have any of their equipment because they're so far away from home. They can't use all the guys in Indiana's equipment. The Firebirds are just going to keep this flame going.
And, of course, Chicago, very familiar with fire. Mrs. O'Leary, the team mom, sending cookies with the team tonight. 1st down, 47 seconds left in the half. Eddie Brown in motion on the right side. Quick pitch to Hoff, who finds the left side. He's out of bounds to stop the clock, and he's close to a 1st down.
I told you, this is a business trip. They are really gonna, it's not a lot of love. It wasn't before the game. If you went down on the field, those guys didn't spend a lot of time like they did the last time talking. The Firebirds want this victory. They need this victory in order to keep pace with Grand Rapids.
Effective use of the clock by the Firebirds in this 1-minute drill. Ball just outside midfield now. 2nd and 1. Trips right. Eddie Brown in yo-yo motion. Fieldhouse with a pitch to Leroy Thompson to get the first down. A little bit of running room, and that's as big a running play as you're going to see in the Arena League. And Leroy gets it down to the 12.
Eddie Brown makes this play. Everybody is watching Eddie Brown. He goes in and has an excellent block on that particular play by Leroy Thompson.
14-yard gain for the big fella. Clock continues to run. 36, 35. Fieldhouse. Van Johnson stole it from a fan and gets it inside the 1-yard line.
I don't think the fans have quite caught the deal that your team, when they're there, you don't interfere with the ball. When the other team's up there, yeah, maybe. Van has to use the sideline, the dashboard, and his hands to make an outstanding catch.
I'll tell you what, that guy down there had the team colors on. He looked like an assistant coach. Watch this.
Look at Van Johnson right there. I mean, what he does is he uses his arm to balance himself against the dashboard, and that holds his arm steady, and he's able to catch it.
Here's your assistant coach in the stands right here, Buck.
He's pointing out what to do, huh?
He's got the team colors on. He's happy. He's impressing the chicks. Leroy Thompson, touchdown, Bird.
LT doing it again. He loves to get in that end zone. When they get that close, you know, Leroy Thompson was a defensive guy in college, but you would never know it by that run he had. And this run, the offensive line, Kyle Moore-Brown, Mark Balbo, and John Sikora making holes. Leroy Thompson, look at that leg drive. Now, that's what you got to have. Look at these big, strong legs.
No, Buck. That's not a leg drive. That's Kyle Moore-Brown with an excellent tackle from behind to get his teammate into the end zone.
A little bit of both.
A lot of bit of both. Here's Nelson Garner now. He's got another extra point. It's true. Birds 38, Chicago 14. Indiana figuring out every conceivable fashion to score here tonight. And Mike Daly's got to love what he sees.
You know, when you have your team kicking on all cylinders, you want to go into the season where you make progressions, you make steps. With 14 games, you hope in small increments you'll get better and better. And Mike Daly's team is just peaking for them if they can continue to play like this in the second half.
Well, the Firebirds will be 9 deep into the season after this one, and then the big contest next week on WB4 at Grand Rapids. We'll be back on Fox Sports Net on June 30th when Milwaukee comes to town. And then the July schedule that at least on the graphic looks good.
Yeah, it gets a little bit seemingly easier with New Jersey. San Jose is a tough matchup, and then Detroit, who they beat earlier in the year. But the Fury have had some upset games. So in the Arena League, on any given week, you can really have a team to step up and beat you. But what you got to do is take care of the night and the second half in particular.
24 seconds can be an eternity in the Arena League, and that's what's left right now. Billy Dicken would love nothing more than to at least get 21 on the board for Chicago. Nelson Garner will find the net with this kick. And here comes Douglas. Joe breaks to the 10-15. He's got running room. Flag is down. He's got Garner to beat, and Nelson cannot make the play. Touchdown, Chicago. But what is the flag for? Has there been some sort of illegal hold? Yes, in fact, there was.
And Cornelius Cole is going over to Derek Stingley telling him, you know you hold me. You know you held me. Let me go.
The receiving team, number 24, 10-yard penalty, first down.
We're not going to allow illegal lawbreakers in Conseco.
Watch the left side of your screen. You're going to see Cornelius Cole coming to your picture. Right there. Stingley holding on still.
I've seen worse.
The thing with it, that allows Joe Douglas right there.
You know where his mistake comes? When he looks at the official. Now, if he doesn't look at the official, he would have gotten away with it, but he looked to see if he was going to get the flag.
And that's a makeup call from that penalty he should have had on Eddie Brown when he just hog-tied him or roped him
I'm surprised they worry about makeup calls when a team's down 24, but maybe they do. Here we go. 16 seconds left. The former Boiler throws for all of it. Douglas is deep, and it's another turnover. Lamar Grant has got this one. He's down the middle of the field. Fall down. Get one more shot. He's going to do it. 3 seconds remaining. A great pick, but you got to be able to pay attention to what's going on so that your team at least gets one more shot. The Birds go for the zone here, or will they kick the field goal?
They're going for the zone. I mean, I think they would go for the zone here, but actually I see Nelson Garner coming out. Lamar Grant just reads the ball perfectly. Billy Dickens doesn't get enough on it. He throws the ball up high. Lamar Grant gets underneath it. Like we said, a natural cover corner is coming, playing, having an outstanding game.
Well, Dickens had to give his team an opportunity to get on the board, and that certainly was a throw that could have done it, but a great play by Lamar Grant. So the last 4 possessions, Chicago is right in the game. You'll remember they led this one 14-10, and then all of a sudden, fumble, interception, loss of the ball on downs, and another interception. And this game is really turned.
And had Lamar Grant not run out so much time, you would have had time to make one play down the field with it. With 7 or 8 seconds, you trot for the end zone, Eddie Brown, Van Johnson, or Greg Hopkins. Now you're forced to kick the ball. Nelson Garner has been on here lately.
This is going to be about a 50-yard field goal.
And Nelson's long is 49 this year. He's 10 of 17, 58.8%.
All right. Nelson has his little Post-it note down. They actually put on the field where they want the ball to be held. Here are Nelson's numbers as compared to the rest of the league. McLaughlin down in Nashville just having an unbelievable year. Look at the Cats, man. 50-yard field goal attempt. Phil Y'all's got it down. Nelson, plenty of room. Oh, this ball could be returned. It's still alive. Douglas will pick it up. And he's got his way out to midfield, and that's where he's knocked down by Greg Hopkins, and that'll end the first half of play. A great performance from the Birds in a big game against their 69 rivals. Indiana leads it 38-14. We'll have a halftime feature on the fabulous Eddie Brown when we return on Fox Sports Net.
Methodist Sports Medicine Center, in partnership with Clarion Health, has successfully treated active people and athletes for 18 years. That's why more teams choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center for their health care needs. Methodist Sports Medicine Center, dedicated to the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of active lifestyle injuries. In sports, work, or play, choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center, the official sports medicine and health care provider of your Indiana Firebirds.
You make it fun, you make it good, you make it one big neighborhood, you make it all just go together. Dr. Pepper, you make the world taste better. You make the world taste better.
Dr. Pepper, you make the world taste better.
Yeah, come on.
There's still time to win a cruise from the Greek Isles to Turkey during the March Isles to Isles sweepstakes. Over 130 more lucky shoppers will be on their way.
These lucky March shoppers have already won.
And you could be joining them. You're automatically entered when you scan your Marsh Fresh Idea card to save on Tyson boneless, skinless chicken breasts. $2.99 a pound. Stouffer's Lean Cuisine, 2 for $3. Kraft Singles, 3 for $4.98. This week at Marsh.
We got 3 high school guys on our team. It's not just for fun. Come to practice and play hard. I wait for my chance. They want to know about the game. I still got a little baby Al tendencies. The knowledge and the history. Reggie really taught me how to play.
This is cool. I'm going through this with a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame someday.
Derek McKee. That's my biggest teacher now. About life and more about life than basketball.
I can speak Sam Perkins' language, or I can elbow Jonathan Bender.
I taught them style. You know, I'm just keeping them young.
As always, touchdown Eddie Brown has been a factor in this one this week. Charles Arbuckle had a chance to sit down with TDEV.
Eddie, there's a lot of talk about you being the Michael Jordan of the Arena Football League, or the guy that can take over a game. And that just goes to show last year you had 8 touchdowns in the first game, and then you retired. Can you tell us a little bit what your mindset was about taking that time off last year?
Well, you know, it comes a time in your life where you know, we as athletes, we tend to put a lot of time into our careers and put a lot of other things on the back burner. Where there come a time where things that were put on the back burner had to come to the forefront, and that career hadn't been put on the side to just reevaluate everything and, you know, get everything in life back in line and go from there.
Now, we talk a lot. Now, you and I talk about film study. What would you do if you were a defensive back and guarding yourself? How would you defend Eddie Brown?
I just pray.
I mean, but
you just got to pray. You got, you know, got to be patient. You know, I think my success, you know, my strength is I'm a very patient route runner. You know, you got to be patient and, you know, you got to hope I'm having a bad day. You know.
What's a bad day for you? Just not feeling into the game? Because in the game, you're always into the game.
One drop ball. It's a bad day. You know, the thing about it, you know, I've been, you know, I prepare myself pretty well. You know what I mean? I go beyond the call of duty to prepare myself for the game. So I've been thankful enough to which, you know, I'm always prepared come game time. I'm never limping or struggling with anything, you know, that interferes with my game. I think only person that can really stop me on the field, I think, is the quarterback.
Speaking of the quarterback, how do you feel your relationship with Raymond Filiard? I mean, I know you were gone last year. You had Mike Pulowski, Mike Perez in the past. How has Raymond Filiard progressed as a quarterback for you?
I think he's progressing pretty well. I think he's doing a good job. I think we need to, you know, stop babysitting him and throw him in the fire, you know, and let him just, you know, let his talents take over. Because one thing that Raymond does bring to the game is he's a fierce competitor, and he can also scramble his butt off. I think he's probably the best scrambling quarterback in the league right now. So I think with those weapons, that adds another weapon along with the receiver core we have, the fullbacks we have, and now we got a quarterback that just is mobile. So I think that adds to it. But we got to open up. You know what I mean? You know, we're getting in the strength of the schedule. Things only getting harder. I think we got to open up and just allow everybody's talent to just take over.
Coach Mike Daly is a guy that's been influential to you as well as your teammates. You know, what kind of role has he played in you retiring but coming back and having the success now? You're almost at 10,000 yards. All you need is 104. Barry Wagner's played more time than you, but you've gotten there a lot quicker. Tell us a little bit about Coach Daly and the role he's played in your life.
Well, Coach, I think Coach Daly is not only a good coach, Coach Daly is a great man. You know, Coach Daly is, you know, he teaches you things about life. You know, that carries more weight than any touchdown anybody can catch or anything you do on the field. You know, I think Coach Daly's helped me go from a wild boy from Miami to a good man. And, you know, that goes a long way. Those are things you'll never forget.
Part 2 of Eddie Brown next Saturday on halftime from Grand Rapids on WB4. Check us out there and Eddie doing the dance.
The Firebirds have found the scoreboard tonight. 38-14 over Chicago. More of halftime coming up next. Fox Sports Net.
Get fired up. Back the Birds. This Friday night at Conseco Fieldhouse. It's your Indiana Firebirds versus the Chicago Rush. Don't miss the hard-hitting action of arena football this Friday night. And that's not all. Witness the Birds wage war against the Milwaukee Mustangs on Saturday, June 30th. Great seats are still available. Bud Light Block Party and pregame shows before both events. Firebirds football this Friday night, plus Saturday, June 30th. Arena football, Indiana style. Be there if you're tough enough.
Gear up for the fastest 30 minutes on TV. Get the inside track from the world of auto racing on Motorsports Weekly. Today at 11:30 on Fox Sports Net. Tomorrow is a special edition of NASCAR Victory Lane. Our cameras take you behind the scenes for an exclusive look at Dale Jarrett's charge towards another Winston Cup. NASCAR Victory Lane special tomorrow on Fox Sports Net. Tomorrow at 9, it's NASCAR This Morning, the best tailgate party this side of Talladega. Then, tomorrow night at 9, it's NASCAR Victory Lane, a full recap of all the day's action. It's the showdown of the season. Sosa and the Cubs. McGuire and the Cardinals. Cubs-Cardinals. Series begins Monday on Fox Sports Net. Beyond the Glory takes you into the lives of sports' biggest stars. The Pettys were racing royalty, but their dynasty was tested by impossible expectations.
I'm not Richard Petty, okay? My name's Kyle Petty.
And heart-wrenching tragedy.
And he said there'd been an accident and that it wasn't good.
It's beyond anybody's control. It's fate.
The Petty family, Beyond the Glory. Tomorrow at 8 on Fox Sports Net.
Back at Conseco Fieldhouse, Indiana leading Chicago 38-14, and Charles Arbuckle, I don't think many people came into this game expecting this kind of score at halftime.
I think the Firebirds have taken up their level. They wanted to go to a playoff caliber level because they have to be prepared for the stretch. I think they're doing it tonight with a lot of special teams, offense, and defense as well.
3 turnovers by Chicago has been the difference here in the first half as the Firebirds take the big 24-point lead. We'll show you the highlights of the first 30 minutes of play. When we come back, the kids just dig the birds.
Methodist Sports Medicine Center, in partnership with Clarion Health, has successfully treated active people and athletes for 18 years. That's why more teams choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center for their health care needs. Methodist Sports Medicine Center, dedicated to the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of active lifestyle injuries. In sports, work, or play, choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center, the official sports medicine and health care provider of your Indiana Firebirds.
You give me fever! Hey there, I'm Nell Fortner. As coach of the U.S. Women's National Team, I've been called coach by WNBA greats such as Cynthia Cooper, Lisa Leslie, Yolanda Griffith, and Dawn Staley. Now, I'll be bringing all that knowledge and ability to Indiana as the coach of your WNBA team, the Indiana Fever. Don't miss out on the action this season. Get your full and half-season tickets now.
You give me fever!
There's still time to win a cruise from the Greek Isles to Turkey during the March Isles to Isles sweepstakes. Over 130 more lucky shoppers will be on their way.
These Lucky Marsh shoppers have already won.
And you could be joining them. You're automatically entered when you scan your Marsh Fresh Idea card to save on Tyson boneless, skinless chicken breasts. $2.99 a pound. Stouffer's Lean Cuisine, 2 for $3. Kraft Singles, 3 for $4.98. This week at Marsh.
Did you know that scientists have discovered the hairless gene? If you have thinning hair, call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB now and get your copy of our latest report. You can read about exclusive interviews with doctors and scientists and learn about the different options that hair in the fight against hair loss. Hair Club is the one source for hair loss information.
Call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB now and get this booklet or CD-ROM free.
Now that I've got my hair back, I'm glad I made that call.
Call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB today.
38-14 is a big-time halftime score for our Indiana Firebirds leading the Chicago Rush here, Buck. And it has been a great first half for Indiana. There's few things they've done wrong.
They have come out and played with the intensity that we talked about. They didn't want to come out here and play around with these guys. They wanted to come out and really get after them.
As we look at some of the first half highlights, Indiana comes out, gets on the board early after a great opening pass play. Leroy Thompson finds his own.
Leroy Thompson from 5 yards in is sure bet to score a touchdown. And then right here, right there, Billy Dickens with a nice pass to the back of the end zone. But Raymond Fieldhouse will come back and make an outstanding play with Eddie Brown.
Nobody makes the better catch than Brown, and turnovers have been the difference in this one. This is a nice pick by Jay Jones.
And Lamar Grant putting the tip in there, and then watch here, Eddie Brown working on Damian Porter, who has 8 picks this year, and then right here, look at the drive by Leroy Thompson and Kyle.
When it's 0-0 and you need a hero, Siberian Huskies won't do. Green Bay White, they're out on the tundra, sailors of thunder.
Not everything can be as good as the original.
I wish I lived in Wisconsin.
But Diet Dr. Pepper is. It tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Get fired up. Back the Birds. This Friday night at Conseco Fieldhouse. It's your Indiana Firebirds versus the Chicago Rush. Don't miss the hard-hitting action of arena football this Friday night. And that's not all. Witness the Birds wage war against the Milwaukee Mustangs on Saturday, June 30th. Great seats are still available. Bud Light Block Party and pregame shows before both events. Firebirds football this Friday night, plus Saturday, June 30th. Arena football, Indiana style. Be there if you're tough enough.
We know sweat on hardwood, blood on ice, flesh on diamonds, rings and tights. We know hearts beat stronger, hopes hope harder. For victory, our souls we barter. We know karmic waves of pride and glory, and when pain is the only story, we know the tears you're concealing. You know we know the feeling.
Stand on the edge of the earth. Succeed. After 3 weeks of agony, jump for the sheer wonder of it all. The new National Geographic Channel. Always wonder.
To experience the new National Geographic Channel, call toll-free 866-NAT-GEO-TV.
Methodist Sports Medicine Center, in partnership with Clarion Health, has successfully treated active people and athletes for 18 years. That's why more teams choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center for their health care needs. Methodist Sports Medicine Center, dedicated to the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of active lifestyle injuries. In sports, work, or play, choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center, the official sports medicine and healthcare provider of your Indiana Firebirds.
There's still time to win a cruise from the Greek Isles to Turkey during the March Isles to Isles sweepstakes. Over 130 more lucky shoppers will be on their way.
These Lucky Marsh shoppers have already won.
And you could be joining them. You're automatically entered when you scan your Marsh Fresh Idea card to save on Tyson boneless, skinless chicken breasts. $2.99 a pound. Stouffer's Lean Cuisine, 2 for $3. Kraft Singles, 3 for $4.98. This week at Marsh.
Firebirds and the Rush. 38-14, 13 minutes remaining as we are back. We experienced some technical difficulties. Charles Arbuckle, with the Pepsi syndrome, has spilled a drink all over our transmission from Conseco Fieldhouse, and we will push on with the audio portion of our broadcast. In the first half, they've had a couple of big completions to their wide receiver, Pachelski. And that is where we stand right now. 2nd and 10 Chicago. Billy Dicken, a quarterback, former Purdue QB. It's a tough game here tonight with a couple of turnovers to his credit that have made a big difference in the Firebirds with his 24-point lead. Dicken is back. He's got Mohammed with a hand around his ankles, and he is forced to throw the ball away. It was intended on the left side for Joe Douglas, but a really nice play by Umar Mohammed.
The real key is Billy Dicken has not had a chance to get in the comfort zone. He's not able to step up into the pocket. He's not able to do those things. This pocket is going to collapse on him. And Umar Muhammad right there just coming. He goes right over the top. He's gone so many times at the fullback. The fullback decides, hey, I'm going to go low. When he tried to cut Umar, he has enough athletic ability to get over.
So it's 3rd down and 10 now for Chicago. After their initial turnover, they've just been unable to get any offense and get the rhythm going they had in the first couple of possessions. Quick in to Bonner, but he looks like he is going to be short of the first down.
And I tell you what, Cornelius Cole, not many times will you see a guy, when he hits him, that he'll come out on the other side. It's an excellent job in a slant route, but the receiver has all the momentum. He's going forward. Cornelius Cole, 79 tackles in 8 games, leads the AFL in tackles. Coming into tonight's game.
So Pete Elisevich, the former Firebird, is on for a 20-yard field goal attempt. He has it in the air, and he has it in the net good. So the Rush and closed it to 38-17. 10:56 left in the third on Fox Sports Net.
Methodist Sports Medicine Center, in partnership with Clarion Health, has successfully treated active people and athletes for 18 years. That's why more teams choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center for their health care needs. Methodist Sports Medicine Center, dedicated to the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of active lifestyle injuries. In sports, work, or play, choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center, the official sports medicine and health care provider of your Indiana Firebirds.
There's still time to win a cruise from the Greek Isles to Turkey during the Marsh Isles to Isles sweepstakes. Over 130 more lucky shoppers will be on their way.
These lucky Marsh shoppers have already won.
And you could be joining them. You're automatically entered when you scan your Marsh Fresh Idea card to save on Tyson boneless, skinless chicken breasts. $2.99 a pound. Stouffer's Lean Cuisine, 2 for $3. Kraft Singles, 3 for $4.98. This week at Marsh.
There you see the view from the fabulous Conseco Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis. Chicago trailing by 21 now after coming out on the opening drive and getting just a 3 on the board. And I think the Firebirds will take that the rest of the night, Charles Arbuckle.
If they can continue to score every single time, whether it's field goals or touchdowns for Firebirds, they will win this ball game.
Pete Elisevich, who's had one of his kicks returned for a touchdown tonight by Van Johnson, will kick it the way of Jay Jones here, and his initial kick starts the second half, and that one finds the fans, so that is 5 footballs to fans. Oh, now, Mom, you got to give it to Junior. What's she doing? He doesn't want the hug. He wants the football. But no, now he wants a hug. See, that's the sort of youth confusion that you get if you don't explain the game before you come.
I think he's a little bit afraid of the ball, but I don't know if she wants to keep it, so he may try to throw it back in or something.
No. Now he's got it, and he's got a hug. It's just all a matter of finding a comfort zone, both in those seats and on the field. And that's what Raymond Filial is looking for now for the Birds as he goes outside of the first possession of Indiana's second half. And just outside the 10-yard line goes Jay Jones with a 5-yard completion.
And Mark, looking at this team right off the bat, Damian Porter's in the game, but Kelvin Hunter's in the defensive backfield. And I don't know if Chris Lawson is hurt or something, because he is normally their guy, 23. A former Firebird is not in the game, and Kelvin Hunter has the task of holding generally Eddie Brown.
91 yards and only 3 catches so far, as Jay Jones is having a career performance here tonight. That's loop motion for Greg Hopkins. Filial back, finds Hop. He's got the first down. He's down to about the 21-yard line. First down, Birds.
And Mark, you talk about Stingley not playing football, and some of that shows in his tackling ability, because sometimes he will take the wrong angles, and we saw this earlier in the year. Greg Hopkins will take advantage of it. Hopkins goes on a nice little hook route. He turns, gets the ball right there, and then he's able to attack Stingley. Stingley doesn't come up with the force that we saw Cornelius Cole. You're still able to pick up 5, then 10, sometimes 15 yards after the catch.
We see this week in and week out, though. Hop just gets wide open on short routes. Eddie Brown in motion. Raymond looks his way, throws underneath to Hop again. This time a little bit better coverage by Bonner, and he's got him knocked out of bounds. That's Hunter, rather. He's got him knocked out of bounds at the 19.
Being a receiver or a tight end, you're always impressed with guys that catch the ball with their hands. All of these guys do an excellent job of reaching up and grabbing the football. Hopkins is going to come here and he's going to work across the field. Now, when he gets over there, Eddie Brown is going to clear that outside for him. And then he comes around the referee, and look at that. You put the hands up, you make the catch. That's how you do it.
Hop out a slippery rock, but it's never a slippery rock when it's in his hands. But it's a little slick there for Raymond Filial, and he has it picked back up. That's the second time he's tried to pull out a center a little early tonight.
Oh, man. He's getting out there a little quick, and you can hear him say, Kyle, get it, get it. Yeah. He has the mic. Let's hear what Coach Hopkins is going to call on this play.
Left, wing loop, 60 Bird. Coach, I temper left, wing loop, 60 Bird, wing post. I want ready.
Firebirds are 1 for 2 on third down conversions. They are 3rd and 2 here.
wing post. They're going to bring Eddie Brown around, and they're going to run him on a post away from Damian Porter.
Oh, he's got it. Oh, you can see that develop. Touchdown! Buck, tremendous call on your part. You called that play. We watched it develop, and 17 is dancing in the streets.
What they're going to do every single time, Porter lines up on, he's going to line up on the stationary guy. So Eddie Brown has a one-way route. Kelvin Hunter, not normally the defensive specialist. He plays some, but right there, you cannot cover Eddie Brown one-on-one with that much field. Raymond Fieldhouse takes the shot. Eddie Brown takes the TD.
That is another tremendous catch. His 250th touchdown catch of his career. Truly amazing. 3 on the board tonight. Nelson Garner with the G-double-O-D. 45-17. Birds with 7:13 left. Eddie, show him what you got.
Fired up. Back the Birds. This Friday night at Conseco Fieldhouse. It's your Indiana Firebirds versus the Chicago Rush. Don't miss the hard-hitting action of arena football this Friday night. And that's not all. Witness the Birds wage war against the Milwaukee Mustangs on Saturday, June 30th. Great seats are still available. Bud Light Block Party and pregame shows before both events. Firebirds football this Friday night, plus Saturday, June 30th. Arena football, Indiana style. Be there if you're tough enough.
The fans here are extraordinary. They don't know how much they get me going. Knowledgeable fans. They bring their A game. They help us bring our games to another level.
They're going to let you know when they love you. They're going to let you know when you're not playing hard. And when the official makes a bad call, everybody's blowing the call.
The fans can pick you up and get you through the bad time.
They get us riled up, get us excited. When they're out there supporting you, you have no choice but to go out there and just give it all you have and leave it on the floor.
Sunday night fights on Fox Sports Net. Pound for pound, the best fighters in the world go toe-to-toe. Witness boxing fury from a ringside seat. Sunday night fights on Fox Sports Net.
Every Sunday morning before the green flag drops, it's NASCAR This Morning, the best pre-race tailgate party this side of Talladega. We'll preview the latest developments trackside and get you ready for this week's race. NASCAR This Morning tomorrow, 9 a.m. here on Fox Sports Net. Look at touchdown Eddie Brown. He wants Mo. How do you like it? How do you like it, Buck? Nelson Garner with the kick just misses the scoreboard. And Douglas takes it out of the net. He's to the 5, has some initial pressure, gets it to the 10. Skipping a jump to the 15 for more, but the curl it out of bounds.
Mark, you made the call earlier. Douglas switches the ball. Now that time he gets the ball knocked out. It goes into the stand. Last time he had the ball on the other hand, got it knocked away and gave it up.
This was a really high kick.
It almost hits the top of the bottom of the screen, but right here you're going to see at the end, he switches the ball to the other hand, and watch, Jay Jones hits him. The ball's going to pop right out right there, and it's sitting on the board. So the fans have a chance to get it. Watch, you're going to see the ball just sitting there. Cornelius Cole comes over, and then Jay Jones hits the ball hit him right on the ball. Look, the ball just sitting there.
Oh, it's another souvenir. 7 balls in the stands tonight. We may break a record in that regard as well. Dickin falls down as I think you'll see on the replay, Marcus McKenzie, the offensive lineman out of North Dakota, got his foot back there and stepped right on top of Billy Dickin. He was unable to get back, and that means credit for a sack for Kyle Moore-Brown.
I mean, they're coming after him. Like you said, McKenzie steps right on him. He doesn't have a chance. Kyle Moore-Brown, Umar Muhammad, and Ricky Hall meeting at the meeting place, the quarterback zone.
I'll tell you what, the Firebirds have gotten as much pressure on the quarterback tonight as any game all season. They've looked as good defensively as they have offensively. Second down now and 15 for Dickon and the rush. He's got time this time, and he finds his man. Bonner drops the football. Cornelius with the non-stick ham hand.
And look at that. Billy Dickon is not as accurate as he was earlier. He's throwing the ball behind the receivers, and he's getting pressure every single time. Kyle Moore-Brown, who normally plays offensive line, he comes off. This guy is feeling the heat.
Non-stick Pam is available at Marsh. Here's the quarterback matchup from Marsh, where we value you.
The biggest difference right here, 2 interceptions, 0. Whenever the Firebirds, I mean, you can look at stats all you want, but the stats for them, 6-0 when they create turnovers and don't give the ball up.
Little motion, and Kyle Moore-Brown's making Marcus McKenzie pay the price. Was the ball moved there, Buck?
Encroachment prior to the snap, number 96, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Evidently not. That'll be about a 3rd and 10. Let's take a look. What do you see?
Kyle is right here, and he's on the center 77. He just sees him move or flinch a little bit, and he can't stop. Kyle said, hey, once I'm going to get going, I might as well keep it going. 6'4", 310-pound guy out of Kansas, 8th year. Like we said, the 100th consecutive game.
Got a little chance to talk to him in the off week here, and he's telling us about how much he enjoys coaching in the offseason. Said he takes coaching a little bit better now as a player. 3rd and 10. Dickon back. Lots of time. Throws downfield. Does he have Douglas? Mr. Douglas brings it in at the 10.
He and Douglas have a thing about themselves. They are able to go at each other and they know where each other are. I mean, Dickon, Douglas, you know, he knows where this guy is. Good move, and look how he snakes around Lamar Grant. Lamar Grant playing in a situation where he's stopped at 10 yards. Cornelius Cole has to come over the top.
That's a really nice throw by Dickon. You couldn't have thrown that one anywhere else on the field and had it be a completion. Dickon, Douglas, disgusting so far for the Firebirds. First down and goal to go at the 10. That's the 5th catch of the night for Douglas. He's in yo-yo motion on the right side now. Dickon back, looks to the zone, throws, picked off again. This time, Greg Williams.
Not ever having played defensive back, but going against enough of them. What you do as a defensive back and a receiver, the receiver has to find position. The defensive back finds position. Whoever gets to that apex point where the ball is coming will get the interception. Greg Williams, he plays this route well because what he does is he sees under the top. He goes underneath and good pressure right there, and see he beats the receiver to the ball. He turns around, perfect kick turn, and then right at the last second goes for the football. The receiver has a step on him, but Greg Williams plays that perfectly.
And again, kind of uncharacteristically, Billy Dickon threw that ball just a step behind his receiver. He hasn't been quite on the money since those first 2 possessions tonight.
And you have 10 yards of field to work with. He's trying to put it in the area instead of laying it out. And that receiver gets the 6 points possibly.
The Firebirds really gaining control as this one goes on. 3:50 left in the 3rd quarter. Look who's open. It's Super Fan with the super drop as the Pam hands non-stick drop up at the inopportune time for Super Fan.
Fan knows he should have that one.
Oh, those are the worst.
And those are the ones where you're wide open. I mean, I've had those. You know you got the ball. He doesn't quite look it in, and he's still running. I mean, he wants to just keep running to the locker room. That's how you feel on that play. Look at his eyes. He's going to take his eyes off at the last second, and when he gets to that bread basket, it just comes out. It's a hot potato.
Back goes out of the box. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, the ball wasn't the only thing on the ground. The flag was too, so the Firebirds take advantage of Chicago linebacker out of the box, and it's first down now and 10 from the 10. And the only guy that feels better about the score being 45-17 than Van Johnson is probably Mike Daly. There's a quick pitch on the left side. Umar Mohammed with a nice run. And I'll tell you what, the Birds have put some yards on the ground tonight. We had a 14-yard gain earlier by Leroy Thompson, and that one goes stepped out of bounds, I guess, at about the 7-yard gain instead of 9. So it'll be 2nd and 3.
30 yards per game average, 2nd in the AFL. These guys do an excellent job of rushing. Umar Muhammad with a tough upbringing, but a credit to them has turned his life around, has done an outstanding job on the football field as well as off of it.
And these are the kind of plays we're going to see the rest of the game now as the Firebirds try and work the clock. We're down to 3 minutes left now in the third as they protect that big 28-point lead. Lots of motion going on there, and none of it looked good.
You know, this is where the rush get into a point where they have to try to do whatever it takes. And then they're going to start having some penalties. A.J. Blasek looks like the guilty party.
Prior to the snap, the encroachment defense number 50, 5-yard penalty results in a first down. First down.
Now, Blasek should know his dad's an NCAA basketball official. You can't get away with that, son. I'm sure his dad has told him that many times. Be on side. I could all Big Ten, you know, he's a lot smarter than that.
I have seen his dad work games, and I think Greg will be getting his dad some glasses for Father's Day. What a nice gift. There's a quick pitch. Van's got this one. Gets up the sideline and almost had a touch, but he did step out of bounds, but not until he got another Firebird first down at the 19.
You got to worry about the dashboards, everything when it comes into play in the Arena Football League. Van Johnson catches the ball. Now watch this stuff right here. He has to watch the official. He has to watch the chains. He has to watch the players and the dashboard. And he's still trying to run. He's trying to make up, like you said, for the deep ball.
Give him another opportunity here to get a touch, huh? You know he'll make the catch. 1st and 10 Birds. Conseco is in now for Greg Hopkins.
No.
And Van Johnson is to the right. Billiard got the pump. He looks left side now. Touchdown. Eddie Brown has got it to the 15 and little else before he is hammered on the sideline as A.J. Blasek steps away from his damage.
Mark, what also comes into play also is that points. You want to score as many points as you can because that becomes a factor in the playoff race. Home field positioning, a lot of different factors, but it's record points. So these guys, you know, sometimes we looked at it early in the year when New York kept trying to score, but that could be indicative of playoff positioning.
2nd down and 8. Eddie Brown in yo-yo motion on the right side. That's where Billiard throws a quick ball, and he is just short of 251 on the career as he gets it inside the 1. First down, Firebirds.
The Firebirds are putting on a clinic. You catch the ball, you run over people, you be physical on defense and offense, and this is how your score comes out to be 45-17.
They're using the clock effectively. We're down to 35 seconds remaining here in the third. Umar Muhammad is the lone back. Eddie Brown goes in yo-yo motion. He takes the handoff, and it is a touchdown. Eddie Brown, 6 more for the goal.
When you're an up-and-coming team and you play a team well, you shouldn't gloat in your victory. And I think the Firebirds have really had a chip on their shoulder this week because they feel like they should have won that game in Chicago, and they're going to put it on them. Kyle Moore-Brown. Look at the blocking by Umar Muhammad, Chris Snyder, Eddie Brown for 6.
21 points off of turnovers tonight for Indiana. And before Nelson Garner can get the extra point in the air, they play the extra point as part of the third quarter. So before we start the fresh 16 on the scoreboard, Nelson will get a chance to add his PAT. Point number 52 is on the board. Firebirds are flying high. The rush has seen too much of number 17.
Methodist Sports Medicine Center, in partnership with Clarion Health, has successfully treated active people and athletes for 18 years. That's why more teams choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center for their health care needs. Methodist Sports Medicine Center, dedicated to the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of active lifestyle injuries. In sports, work, or play, choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center, the official sports medicine and healthcare provider of your Indiana Firebirds.
Not everything can be as good as the original.
I wish I lived in Wisconsin.
But Diet Dr. Pepper is. It tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Good.
Take it in, take it in.
Isn't your son on the team?
Yeah, starting center.
My daughter's a cheerleader. She's third one from the left.
She's pretty light on her feet for a fat girl.
To the hoop, to the hoop.
The Last Word with Jim Rome. The only sports commentary that's truly brutally honest. Weeknights at 11:30 on Fox Sports Net.
Tomorrow at 9, it's NASCAR This Morning, the best tailgate party this side of Talladega. Then, tomorrow night at 9, it's NASCAR Victory Lane, a full recap of all the day's action.
TV's most spectacular nightly half-hour show. Sports' most dangerous moments.
Can you believe that?
The most gut-wrenching, jaw-dropping sports highlights caught on tape. You've got to see this. Weeknights at 11 on Fox Sports Net.
How about them Birds? 52-17. Nelson Garner is wearing out that right leg. That is his 7th extra point of the night, which means he is now the all-time Firebirds leader in extra points. Joe Douglas drops the football, the last thing he needed. He's trying to get out of the zone, and he's going to get wrapped up for the touchback. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Chicago at the 5-yard line. The last 6 Chicago possessions have resulted in only 3 points. With that, Billy Dickens takes a seat, and out comes Tim Carey, the 6'4", 210-pound quarterback out of Hawaii, where aloha means hello and goodbye.
All right, Larry Bill.
I was doing McGarrett.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, that's even better. Hawaii 5-0. Which one am I?
Do it, Buck. 1st down and 10. Carey looks right, throws left. He's got Joe Douglas, and it appears Douglas is his favorite receiver as well. And Joe's got about a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4.
4 is going to go to 3 and say, hey, man, put that ball down lower. These guys are coming after my ribs. They know I'm going to catch the football. You got to give me some love on that throw. That's a little bit high. Carey gets in the game. Normally when a quarterback comes in, he's so jacked up that sometimes he will throw the ball a little bit harder than he would in warm-ups or in practice.
I know Carey very excited this game's on Fox Sports Net tonight since he's a cable guy. 2nd down. 4. Carey looks downfield. Boy, he is picked on Hop. How many times have you seen it? Greg Hopkins just crouches. He's a hidden dragon, crouching tiger. He makes the catch, and he moves it inside. He's patted down as the Firebirds have a 1st and goal again.
Veteran guys will know not to eyeball because Greg Hopkins will be right there. You can see he looks at Carey's eyes the whole time. He's right here. Carey's there. So he's able to just crouch and get down. And look, he just knows with eyes. He follows the eyes. And he knows the receiver's coming over the top. Hopkins has the ability to do that. Veteran quarterbacks will look him off or try to throw in the area where he's not going to be.
Let's give Hop a little touchdown now just to give him some love for that pick. Filioff looks, throws, Hop, too tall. That ball would have been in play, but it finds the ground. So it'll be 2nd down and goal.
Hopkins with an excellent move. I mean, he goes up to the defender, gives him a little wiggle, and then goes over the top. Nice hint move.
Wing zone, fullback toss left on 1.
Simple play. Umar Muhammad is going to get this. And let's see what he does with it. Going to the left side of the field.
Are you sure Eddie Brown's not going to get it? Oh. The 1st turnover of the night for the Firebirds, and Chicago makes the recovery at a most inopportune time. Anthony Hutch jumps on the football.
3 times that Raymond Filial has not been able to get the center snap exchange for Kyle Moore Brown. And that's something that happens all the time. Right here, you're going to see the ball in Raymond's hands that just goes through. I don't know if he's pulling out too quick or if he's anxious to get the pitch working quicker than getting the ball secured.
And I think, Buck, on at least 2 of those occasions, Firebirds are going to run the football. And as you said, he needs to get that out of there quick, make the toss. and probably just a combination of those things. So it's a 1st and 10 now. Carey's got it completion again to Douglas. A little bit better throw this time, and Douglas spins. He's still playing hard, and he gets the ball outside the 20. His 7th catch of the night with 12.5 minutes left in this one.
And not to belabor that point, but the fullbacks in this league sometimes get up closer to the line of scrimmage, so the quarterback feels a sense of urgency to try to get this pitch out quicker.
So a 1st down now as Tim Carey trots out. You know, Jeff Lutz, who was a former Firebird, was the starting quarterback for Chicago when they started the season. And then he had a shoulder problem in the game that we did up there May 12th in Chicago, so they had to start Billy Dicken. Dicken has played through 8 touchdown passes that night, played so well that Lutz has been released.
He is now with the Oklahoma Wranglers. He's released and got picked up there. So you talk about a guy coming in and taking your job, and you can't lose it to injury. Well, Jeff Lutz is a testament. Whoever plays the best. And Billy Dicken was the league MVP after that game.
False start offense, number 82, 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
You know, the Rush feature what might be the longest last name in all of modern sport. Klein Hesseling, number 99, who's also got a tall number. He's on the bench tonight for Chicago looking on. We may if our cameras can get a wide enough shot, we may try and get the back of his jersey here momentarily. 1st and 15 now. Carey hammered as he throws, makes a pretty decent throw as the 8th ball of the night finds itself in the stands. But he paid the price, did Carey, as he was absolutely floored as he threw the football.
I don't know if he's Jim Carey's relation or Drew Carey, but I tell you what, it's no joke for him tonight, because I tell you, Lamar Grant on that play, you know, he reads the coverage, and Carey's going to get pressure right up the middle. It's coming all at him. And right there, off the other side, I think it's Chris Snyder. But look at this ball. I mean, you can't ask for better coverage from the fans and Lamar Grant.
The fan actually broke that ball up. Nice play. 2nd down, 15 for Carey now. He sends Douglas in motion on the left side. He throws left, and he's got his man. That's the fullback, Jamie McGurty, and he is short of 1st down yardage. It'll be about 2nd and 2.
McGurty's claim to fame. He's the first guy to score a rushing touchdown in Chicago Rush history. And right here, McGurty, we haven't seen the screen much tonight. They haven't been able to use it. The defensive linemen try to get out and block the ball down. Give him a little extra shove, Lamar. Give him one.
1st catch tonight for McGurty. 3rd down and 2. I think I said 2nd down earlier, so Carey now. Has Damian Porter in motion. Carey hammered again. He's got a touchdown to Porter. I'll tell you what, Cowboy Brown laid one on the cable guy, and I don't know if he's going to get up or not.
You have to be tough in this league.
Wow.
And Kyle, you give him that wiggle to the quarterback. The rush offense and defensive line, offensively, they're not as strong. So Kyle Moore Brown is going to take advantage of it. Him, Ricky Hall on the end right there, pushing Gertie back, and Kyle Moore Brown and Chris Snyder at the meeting point. And then Cornelius Cole is caught in a situation where he's not going to stay with Damian Porter one-on-one. Porter gets the cushion, gets the catch, and the 6.
Carey says, thank goodness for the mask. I know. Chicago will just go for the kick. So Pete Elisevich is on. 52-23, trying to put the 24th point on the board for Chicago. And he misses it. Lamar Grant can return this, but it's out of bounds. So it remains 52-23 Firebirds. 9:20 remaining in this one. It's been so far so good for Mike Daly's team.
Methodist Sports Medicine Center, in partnership with Clarion Health, has successfully treated active people and athletes for 18 years. That's why more teams choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center for their health care needs. Methodist Sports Medicine Center, dedicated to the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of active lifestyle injuries. In sports, work, or play, choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center, the official sports medicine and healthcare provider of your Indiana Firebirds.
Get fired up. Back the Birds. This Friday night at Conseco Fieldhouse. It's your Indiana Firebirds versus the Chicago Rush. Don't miss the hard-hitting action of arena football this Friday night. And that's not all. Witness the Birds wage war against the Milwaukee Mustangs on Saturday, June 30th. Great seats are still available. Bud Light Block Party and pregame shows before both events. Firebirds football this Friday night, plus Saturday, June 30th. Arena football, Indiana style. Be there if you're tough enough.
Firebirds lead this one 52-23, and the reason so far has been the turnover.
When you create turnovers, you get turnovers, you're going to win the ball game. I don't care what any league, Pee-wee, college, pro, and Lamar Grant, Greg Williams, and these other guys here, Greg Hopkins, have done an outstanding job of creating the turnovers and making this score 52-23.
Elisevich with an onside kick here, Buck? No. Your timing is impeccable. Van Johnson tries to get out to the left side and does not. Gets it out close to the 5-yard line. So the Firebirds will continue trying to kill the clock with that 52-23 lead here. Hey, look, everybody. The flag is down.
It's not unusual to get one of those, right?
Now, we saw John Rayburn, the backup quarterback for the Firebirds, warming up on the sideline between breaks there. He did not come out onto the field, however.
Illegal block in the back on the receiving team, number 79. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
So 1st and 10 now. The Firebirds will take over about the 2-yard line. Go for it all here, Buck, or you start killing the clock?
Well, I think you kill the clock. You want to do something with it and really make sure that you get the ball down the field, but use the clock effectively.
Hopkins in motion on the right side. And, dangerous tip on the ball intended for Hop. And the incompletion falls just outside the outstretched hands of Chris Lawson.
I'll tell you what happens is those guys do screaming where they'll kind of flare out. And Raymond Filiard was telling the officials, those guys can't do that. They can't get too far outside of the box, even if they're down linemen.
It's Filiard's first incompletion since the 2nd quarter.
You know, you're going to see those guys jump in the passing lane. You don't see it on that replay, and then he's going to turn around and tell them, hey, he can't go out there.
2nd and 10 now. Van Johnson in motion on the right side. Filiard. He's got Super Van deep. He grabs his jersey. Throw the flag. Let's see where it falls. It was fairly obvious. I think it was Derek Stingley who came over and grabbed a handful of jersey there.
Well, I'll tell you about Stingley also, too. If you don't have a chance to make the play, take this penalty because it's not going to be as bad a penalty. You can see him pulling on Van's jersey.
That is the 9th ball to find its way into the stand.
First down.
We got, I'll tell you what, we got guys down there in matching visors that now have matching football bucks. Look at them.
1 and 2. And Dad's trying to get a ball. Dad says, I want one of those balls. Look at them. They're trying to, look at them, trying to take the ball away.
I'll trade you the beer for the ball. Right. Hopkins in motion. Billy, I had trouble with that snap. He hands it off to Leroy Thompson. He hangs on like it's a lock and gets it out to about the 15. That set up a 2nd down and about 8.
If that's the only complaint, the center snap exchange, you'll be happy with that. There's your guy with the long last name. Look at that.
Oh.
That name is awful long. That's the one, 99, a big number and a big name.
Klein Hesseling.
You like saying that, don't you?
Klein Hesseling, you
idiot. You are the weakest link.
But your Ann Robinson impression uncanny again. Quick toss out to Van Johnson, and that one is sniffed out to say the least. And Chris Lawson with great coverage that time, and that sets up the 3rd down for the Birds. And it's back to 10.
But you got to give me credit for the link, weakest link. Give me a little something, man. Let me know. I'm trying to learn from you, man. But you ain't helping me out.
Well, I was trying to go with the clink, you see.
Okay.
But
oh, I see. Hogan's Heroes.
That shows a difference in our age.
I remember Hogan's Heroes.
Well, you're so much older than I am. You obviously would. I've only seen it, of course, on Nick at Night. 3rd and 10. Look how wide open Van Johnson is. He's got room to run. He's got a block, and he's got a touchdown. See you later.com.
Bye-bye. Thing with Van Johnson, like the flight attendants, when you're getting off the plane, make you miss. Did you get your papers? Bye-bye.
That is a runaway Van you don't want to get in the way of.
And see, Lawson runs off. Van is just going to hit. He's going to sit right there. And the poor tackling comes upon him. Chris Lawson, Jai Hill, poor effort there. Derek Stingley gets caught up between Eddie Brown. The rest is 6.
That looks eerily similar to the earlier touchdown return that Van had on a kickoff. Nelson Gardner streak in. But if it's going to happen, at least it happened in a 58-23 contest. There is a flag. Let's see what this one's about. The Rush really looked mentally broken after that one.
Firebirds are taking their spirit, like you said. They're broken now.
Indiana has put this game together against a pretty decent football team.
The extra point is no good.
So there you go. 58-23. Indiana in command on Fox Sports Net.
There's still time to win Aisles to Turkey during the Marsh Aisles to Aisles sweepstakes. Over 130 more lucky shoppers will be on their way.
These lucky Marsh shoppers have already won.
And you could be joining them. You're automatically entered when you scan your Marsh Fresh Idea card to save on Tyson boneless, skinless chicken breasts. $2.99 a pound. Stouffer's Lean Cuisine, 2 for $3. Kraft Singles, 3 for $4.98. This week at Marsh.
You can either cheer or be cheered. You can stay on the main path or make a trail for others. You can settle for average or you can reach for more. Dr. Pepper makes the world taste better.
Back at Conseco Fieldhouse with the Firebirds easily in front. Mark Valvo's mother in the crowd tonight, traveling in from Buffalo to see her son play for the first time here in the city of Indianapolis. Diane Valvo, what are your impressions of your son's play so far here tonight?
This is a great city. You know, it's the first time I've been here. They're going to love Indy. You're going to love arena football here. Great fans.
Now, Diane, your son is nicknamed Biggs, and your nickname, coincidentally, is Mama Biggs. What do you think about that nickname?
I don't know, but I can deal with it. You know, anything. It's great.
Mama Biggs right there, Mark Patrick, enjoying some football, Indiana Firebird style. Rob Blackman with the interview of the night of Mama Biggs there, Buck, and I'll tell you what, she's got to be careful. She's going to make more of a spectacle of herself than Kurt Warner's wife.
Well, I tell you what, Goose is a guy that everybody's familiar with, Tony Siragusa, who's got national fame now. But Mark Valvo reminds me so much of Goose. I call him Baby Goose, and he kind of likes it. You know, but he's a much bigger version, taller-wise than Goose, and the same gregarious attitude as well.
Same number. Not. Almost weight-wise the same number. Terry throws it out, and he's got the completion to Cornelius Bonner to about the 11-yard line. But he's still short of a first down, so clock continues to run. And one would assume that the Rush have little interest in stopping it. They just want to get out of here and hop on the bus and head up 69.
Well, you know, you talk about that whole deal of going back up 65, and they talked about trying to create a rivalry. Well, the Firebirds quashed that notion tonight by the way they played.
Terry on a 2nd and 1, throws it again to Bonner. Corney Gets down to about the 21-yard line, and that'll be the first down and 10. Clock down to 4:40 now. Not that we're counting.
Well, the game is moving at the pace of an Arena Football League game, but unusual blowout. Normally these games go down to the wire. You know, 45 to 43 games, 60 to 59 games. But tonight, the Firebirds are just a much better team, and they're showing it.
My son is here, Buck, and he has been unable to even complete his third snow cone. He usually gets 3 in really comfortably. He's not even done with the third yet. That's how we measure time in our. Very deep into a crowd, and nobody's got a chance for that one. Spike, the fabulous Firebird mascot, makes the play over in the corner, along with Cornelius Coe.
And CC's a little upset. There's Spike just chilling. CC, Lamar Grant is going to get back there. CC, this is his hometown team, Chicago. Guy from the west side. Look at him trying to go for the ball. He's saying, Lamar, don't knock it away, man. I need one against my hometown people.
Look at Spike. Got his hair done this week, so
hopefully he shaved and got some deodorant on. And
I got an email from Spike who apologized for the odor that he left up here in the television booth last time he came by. Second down and 10. Again, carries hit as he goes. Look at the one-handed pick by Van Johnson. He was not even being chased by the fugitive, and he had the one-arm grab.
Van Johnson has made 2 great catches tonight, and both of them have come, one in the return game and one on defense. Look at the hit right there. That disrupts the throw. Leroy Thompson, pep, and the ball goes high. The receiver should have had a chance to get it. Van Johnson with a nice one-hand, left-handed snag for BJ.
6 turnovers. I've never seen it. 6 turnovers. You cannot have a prayer to win. Speaking of the Goose, that's like his drive-through order at McDonald's. 6 turnovers. Rayburn is into the game now for the Firebirds and misfires on his first throw of the game. And John Rayburn is a backup quarterback for the Birds. 6'2", 230 out of UTEP. And he has played this season, Buck. In the very first game, he came in for a couple of plays when Villiers was injured, and then when Jay Jones was kicked out of another game a couple of weeks ago, Rayburn had to come in and do some duty as a defensive back and wide receiver. So that's what this game's all about. Big John looks down. He's got pressured, and he throws it away. And that one's into the stands. Nice catch by a fan who just uses the hands. And that's 11 in the stand.
And look how he's handling. He's handling like Walter Payton used to. He's holding the rock. And look at the golf shirt on. Look at the fan. Man, hold that ball up high. And his daughter wants it. She wants it.
Let's take a look at it, Buck. Get this on the telestrator because that's a tip ball.
Tip ball. He catches the ball.
It's all
and then he goes with the 2 hands. I mean, he goes back and reaches up. And look at the fan. Look at the mom and the baby and the son. Oh, man, that's a good. He's going to remember. Look, he wants everybody to know. He's just waving to the camera. Oh, look, hi, Mom. I mean, he has everything.
Sell it on eBay. Use the cash to get a new shirt. That's just a terrible effort. Rayburn pressured. He's sacked and dragged down at the 13-yard line. But the clock is down to 1.5 minutes left, and that's all we're really looking at now. That interception in a game, tying the record of 5 against Florida in 1997 for the Firebirds, Mike Daly. So a record-setting performance here tonight, at least matching one, and Mike Hohensee, the former coach of the Firebirds, can't believe what he's seeing.
Well, you make a good point about Mike Hohensee. You know, he and Coach Daly won the staff together, and actually Daly has won a championship.
Never has the 1-minute warning been so meaningless. Now look at the difference. Look, we've got 3 contestants. They put on a shirt.
Have to put on a shirt first. Then the flippers.
They call him Flipper. The guy showing great athleticism, Buck. Look at it.
Yeah,
that was the lone highlight from the game in Chicago. And Nelson Garner tries a long field goal attempt of 49, 40, 50, 53 yards. These 8-yard end zones throw me. 53-yard field goal. Whatever it was no good. So Chicago would take over on the 5. Now that highlight we were looking at, Buck, was one of those contests between breaks up in Chicago. Solid entertainment.
We had a lot of things going in Chicago. We had great entertainment. We had a cigar go off right next to us with the cameraman. I mean, a big stogie. I understand outside of the cigar bar, but not when he's doing camera work.
Yeah. And I said, hey, that sign right there, Buck, what's it saying? You said no smoking. It was right by us, and the guy lighted a big cigar. And at that point, when he heard you say that, he flipped out his union card, and we knew we had no choice.
Exactly. It was a tough day in Chicago for everybody around.
Clock is stopped now with the first down, so it's 1st and 10, 49 seconds left. Firebirds in absolute command here, leading 58-23. Hey. Tim Carey is going to feel his backup quarterback role here tonight. He has been absolutely hammered on virtually every throw he's made. He gets out of the way this time and finds Koshelski, who gets it down inside the 17. I'll tell you what, he's not giving up, Buck. That was a good effort there by 4-0.
Yeah, he really caught the ball and got going, but he had to because Conseco was coming from his H position. You know, Sacco has to stay close to the line of scrimmage. Carey, oh, look at that pressure by May, just gets the ball off of Koshelski. That was an excellent throw coming right at you, and Sacco and Greg Williams converged.
Chelsea's got 5 catches tonight for 54 yards, all meaningless, as the Firebirds have this commanding 58-23 lead. Carey, deep to the end zone, touchdown, Damian Porter, nice grab by one. So Cash and Carey.
You know, they used to laugh at guys when they ran into the goalpost in the end zone, but Damian Porter took a shot from the dasher board. No signage on that, but he takes an awesome shot. And he's going to come and just really work the screen. Lamar Grant is going to be here, and he's going to go off, and Porter's just going to go by him. And when he does that, he just uses that speed. Good grab by Damian Porter.
Ooh, the extra defender there wearing the green uniform really laid a lick on him. He held on to the football, so the extra point attempt on now from Pete Elisevic. He's got it up and through. So the Firebirds lead is cut to 28 with 36 seconds left. Hey, the onside kick is next, everybody.
Get fired up. Back the Birds. This Friday night at Conseco Fieldhouse. It's your Indiana Firebirds versus the Chicago Rush. Don't miss the hard Friday night, and that's not all. Witness the Birds wage war against the Milwaukee Mustangs on Saturday, June 30th. Great seats are still available. Bud Light Block Party and pregame shows before both events. Firebirds football this Friday night, plus Saturday, June 30th. Arena football, Indiana style. Be there if you're tough enough.
Beyond the Glory takes you into the lives of sports' biggest stars. The Petties were racing royalty, but their dynasty was tested by impossible expectations.
I'm not Richard Petty, okay? My name's Kyle Petty.
And heart-wrenching tragedy.
And he said there'd been an accident and that it wasn't good.
It's beyond anybody's control. It's fate.
The Petty family, Beyond the Glory. Tomorrow at 8 on Fox Sports Net.
The Birds are home again Saturday, June 30th. When the Milwaukee Mustangs march into Conseco Fieldhouse for a 7 o'clock game. Tickets are available at all Ticketmaster locations. You can charge by phone at 317-239-5151. Now, Buck, I can't help but notice your family here tonight in really good seats. And mine, well, they stick them in the end zone. What happened there?
I had to pay for mine, and I think you got yours free. You know, they didn't give me anything. I had to pay for it.
Buck, is there any other word in the English language that sounds so good to the ear than free?
No.
It's Elisevic's kick. Finds Jay Jones. He finds some running room down the left side, and he knocks back into the boards. We got a couple of flags down. Let's see what's going on. 34 seconds left.
And it looks like it may be on John Sikora because he's pleading his case as soon as he saw the flag come out from the official.
Firebirds in absolute command here, 58-30 with 34 seconds left. And that's what it's going to be as a hold on Indiana. And, you know, thank goodness the officials throw a flag at this point in the game because it's going to make all the difference in the world.
Holding on a receiving team, number 98. After distance to the goal, first down.
Well, now I see that my young son has snuck his way up here to the good seats around the television booth.
See, he has the ability to move around.
They have not yet finished the third snow cone. 34 seconds left to do it. Rayborn, hands off. That should be the final play of the game here as Leroy Thompson takes it to the middle. And the teams will probably start the handshakes here as the clock winds down. Mike Daly, never showing the emotion, but he has got to be really pleased with his team's performance tonight because Chicago, under Mike Owensy, is a really good football team, Buck. And this is a nice win for the Firebirds heading into that game next week against Grand Rapids.
The Firebirds have to be happy with their performance. Mike Daly basically made a barbecue for these guys from the rush, but didn't give them any food. He gave them appetizers, told them to get out after the first drink, and really took a beating to them.
Are you saying life is no picnic, Buck?
Exactly.
Firebirds win it 58-30 the final. We'll be back to wrap it up next on Fox Sports Net.
There's still time to win a cruise from the Greek Isles to Turkey during the March Isles to Isles sweepstakes. Over 130 more lucky shoppers will be on their way.
These Lucky March shoppers have already won.
And you could be joining them. You're automatically entered when you scan your Marsh Fresh Idea card to save on Tyson boneless, skinless chicken breasts. $2.99 a pound. Stouffer's Lean Cuisine, 2 for $3. Kraft Singles, 3 for $4.98. This week at Marsh.
You want to talk football? Then let's talk arena football. 15 seasons of heart-stopping, helmet-popping, fan-friendly football. Fast, furious, in your face, in your lap. With arena football, you get it all.
Methodist Sports Medicine Center, in partnership with Clarion Health, has successfully treated active people and athletes for 18 years. That's why more teams choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center for their health care needs. Methodist Sports Medicine Center, dedicated to the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of active lifestyle injuries. In sports, work, or play, choose Methodist Sports Medicine Center, the official sports medicine and health care provider of your Indiana Firebirds.
Not everything can be as good as the original.
I smell a phony.
But Diet Dr. Pepper is. It tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Indiana Firebirds coverage on Fox Sports Net has been brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper makes the world taste better. By Marsh Supermarkets. At Marsh, we value you. And by Methodist Sports Medicine, in partnership with Clarion Health, the official medical provider of the Firebirds. And the final score tonight, Indiana 58, Chicago 30. Next Saturday, the Birds head to Grand Rapids for the division lead. Coverage on WB4 in Indianapolis. The preceding was produced by Pacers Sports and Entertainment exclusively for Fox Sports Net. For Charles Arbuckle, I'm Mark Patrick. Good night.